Hello and welcome.
Hi.
This is
We did it.
EFAP Movies. I have no idea when this will be out.
Oh, that one. That one's my
This
favorite.
is EFAP Movies 26.
We're very busy with the DCU right now, so this will probably come out in a long time from now. But
This is part of the DCEU.
Yes,
Troy is
Troy.
part of the DCEU. Achilles was the first Avenger.
yes.
Oh, damn.
You know what? That's all accurate. What you
This
just
is
said.
that's a weird thing because like there's going to be gods in the film, or in the story anyway, but they're not in the film. So there's more gods in DC films than this one.
I will destroy you!
Damn.
But
This is true, yeah.
But the Avengers aren't in the DC. My head hurts.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
idiot.
yeah. That's why is it that I would have said that?
So
Yeah.
this is the movie where like 300 Spartans defends like the pass of Thermopylae against the invading Persians, isn't it?
Thermopylae,
one.
yes.
Yeah, perfect. We're good to go then.
There's only two people, two different connections here that have never happened before, I think, and they're both Sargon related. So get around more, dude. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm really busy. I'm sorry.
In the center is Sargon. On the furthest right is Drinker. I don't think you guys have met before. So say hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
You guys probably watch each other's videos.
All right, well, that was great.
Yeah, dude, actually, I actually like Critical Drinkers videos particularly. I think you're great, man.
Thank you. When you made like a response video once about I think my review of The Witcher, I just felt really special deep inside. It's like, oh, Sargon noticed me.
Well, it wasn't even like me chewing you out or anything. I was, like adding a bit to it, But no, seriously, I think to be honest with you, I like all you content creators on here. I think so much better than the alternatives, frankly.
Wow.
Well, the other ones are saying things like canon doesn't matter and shit like that, and I hate that kind of view.
Listen, it's only a sequel if you interpret it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Get fucked. Like, why the fuck am I having a conversation with this nerd?
Yeah, I'm
I
a
got
way
a
better.
conversation with the other nerds.
Why are these the people we're talking to though? These people don't know shit apparently.
Wow. And Smiler Al is just to the left of Drinker. I don't think you've met him before. Have you, Sargon?
I don't believe so. I'm not.
Briefly, one game of Killing Floor.
Oh, there you go.
Did we? Right. Okay. Oh, well, that's an embarrassment that I was trying to put out of my mind because I'm shit at Killing Floor.
Don't tell people that. They have a high view of your zombie killing abilities, okay?
That my zombie killing ability is not bad, but Killing Floor 2 I'm very poor at because I don't practice it.
Oh. Well, I was going to say I'd love to banter a little more, but the thing is, this is a 3-hour and 16-minute movie. This is
good.
Wow, what's
I checked.
it's
It's
10
it's
years.
Thanks,
got like
Mauler,
10
for
minutes of
picking
credit. It's
Thanks for
alright.
picking the extended cut. I really appreciate that.
You want to give the movie a fair shake.
That's what we do here. And I'm excited. So we'll probably just get it started up, and then we're probably going to be talking over a whole bunch of it, but that's okay. So,
We never do that. What are you talking about?
Nah, yeah, so is everyone on zero?
I believe so.
Let me get this a
0.01,
double click,
but
and
yes.
I will be ready.
On go then. 3, 2, 1, go.
I've got a feeling you're going to be less excited 3 hours and 16 minutes from now.
Well,
No, I'll be pumped up. I'll be ready for the Odyssey.
that's the thing. They made a sequel to this. It was, I believe, Helen of
What?
Troy, and it didn't do very well at all.
They did?
I'm
I
shocked.
Almost certain.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Hang on. I thought
Nobody's-
like Helen of Troy was just another Troy movie that was made by someone else.
I'm
It was
sure
a
it
going
was.
over the
miniseries.
same events.
I'm sure it was sold as like the continuation of this film, but nobody's in it. No one
Yeah.
cares.
They don't have Diane Kruger in it or anything.
I can't remember if she
No,
was
and it's
in
not
it,
the same
but I know
director
that
either or anything.
3,200 years ago. Oh my god.
That's a while.
That would be weird if that was on the map.
This is before
Decades
video
of
games.
warfare. Agamemnon, king of Mycenae. Mycenae? Mycenae? Mycenae.
Mycenae.
Has forced the kingdoms of Greece into a loose... Agamemnon's brother Menelaus.
Menelaus.
So we got Spartans in this.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
The last
this is
Sparta
before
movie
they
I
actually were
watched
the
was Zack
Spartans, though.
Snyder.
Achilles.
So,
Rags,
yeah.
what are you doing in this movie?
I say, man.
I thought I'd check in. I just thought I'd check in and see what's up.
They've
Flowers
invented
check
dogs.
out. Those are good.
already.
Dirt, we got
when
that.
was a dog in this
Sand.
movie? Hang on. Is this what the
Yum.
extended cut is? Just
I think
dog.
it is.
I'd hope so.
Someone lost their helmet. That's
You
littering.
make it sound like that's a bad.
Littering, you son of a bitch.
Littering.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, this is all new. This is definitely.
Yeah,
not
I don't remember
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
I actually think none
I-
of this is in the theatrical.
No.
It's just the
That dog
video.
is acting the shit out of that scene, though. I'm fully bought in with.
Well,
this
the last thing I
performance.
watched was Batwoman, so this is an incredible improvement.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This looks pretty awesome, though, doesn't
I'd say there's similarities with this and Batwoman, though.
Yeah, I wonder how far back they Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Shad, are you
Yeah,
getting
it's
Bannerlord
funny-
vibes from this?
Well,
Unironically.
it's funny. I'm so much less read on this part of history, but I know you are, Carl. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you're here to fill us in the historical.
You just said I'm so much
elements.
less red that you said, but I know you are. Like, you are less red.
Oh.
Yo, well, shut up, Mola. Stop. I'm tired, okay? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like this is the start of the film, or the theatrical film,
think
where
so, yeah,
with
'cause
Sean Bean's narration.
I remember getting right in with the big boy.
Well, I like how there's no formation to these armies whatsoever. They're just a big mass of infantry. There's no archers, there's no cavalry, there's no like flanking or anything.
Yeah.
They would have had hundreds of chariots, though.
Are the horses too big then?
Probably.
They were much smaller in this
Yeah.
period of time.
The reason they had chariots is they couldn't really ride horses.
Well, maybe the people are just really big.
We know that's not true either.
For the
People
horses
are
to
only
appear
height.
big, the people would need to be small, Rags.
Yeah, I mean, proportionally, maybe everything we're just overestimating because we're normal height. Because these people probably been average like 5'5", so like armies of manlets.
I need to say their armor is garbage. Oh no, the Spartan guy's armor is fancy. The other guy's armor is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
guy
Trojan armor is.
What's his name in? He's the villain in the third Indiana Jones movie, right? The old man.
Oh, Donovan.
Or
Donovan.
Olderman, anyway.
I
forget
just
his
know
real
him
name.
as Stryker. He's Stryker from X-Men.
No.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Brian
I'm talking
Cox.
about the other guy.
Julian Glover?
Yes. Julian Glover
Yeah.
and Brian Cox. Look at
Julian
that,
Glover.
already star-studded.
Your best fighter against my best.
Sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? Like, we killed one guy. Now your powerful army has to go home. Probably not likely.
He's like, wow, did our king agree to that? Well, I guess if I was in the army, I'd be like, oh, so we get to live and we don't have to fight. All
There's
right.
one dude
Yeah.
in the entire army.
That's like-
It's
No,
like,
no,
what
no.
have you been
Right.
feeding this
If-
guy?
if-
I get to go home.
Yeah, but if you're part of the army, you don't want to go home. Your home is a fucking peasant hut somewhere in the mountains. You want
I'm
treasure.
not getting stabbed.
Yeah, but you're here. Of course you're not. You're here to kill.
Yeah, but they're conscripted, most of them, aren't they?
I
So
would
they might not
prefer
want
myself to be
I would
like,
rather
oh,
not
we
be
won without
fighting.
having to risk getting stabbed. Nice.
Yeah, but the point is,
I
do you
know.
think you're going to be stabbing the other guy?
Yeah, a lot
Well,
of them
not
were
me.
fully revved up, keen to fight back in the day.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so if I was a different person, I'd think differently. I agree.
Yes.
If Rags was hyped into the whole stabbing thing, then yes, he might be annoyed.
They thought in like more mythological ways, right? And so they were doing it for like glory and honor and prestige.
I actually have a movie on why medieval people loved war,
You
and
have a
it
movie?
goes into that whole. Yeah, I have a movie. I mean, a video, but it goes into that whole thing. It's a different mindset, and warfare in this period was far more survivable than warfare in the modern day.
Yeah.
Why didn't they wake me up?
Yeah, why didn't they wake him up?
Why didn't they bring him?
Ridiculous.
And
wanna
are those
see
two
his
armies just kind of standing
Jack.
there waiting for him to
They
show
have
up?
to wait
Yeah.
until he shows up.
But why the fuck didn't they just wake him up first?
Because then
Yeah,
we couldn't have
he's
this
the most-
conversation with him and a kid.
You think Agamemnon would be like, yeah, Achilles is our man. We need him for this battle, so just make sure he's here.
I can remember why. At some point, in the Iliad, Achilles refuses to fight because Agamemnon doesn't allocate him the proper amount of treasure, and so I assume it's something like that. But I don't know why he's come out to fight now. So.
I think
Yeah, in the
His-
movie, I think it's just like we need you to
Yeah,
have
he's
we need
left.
just boobs and a kid, an odd
He's,
combination, but we need them both at once.
he's annoyed that like he wants to fight for glory, not for Agamemnon in this, right? That's like the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
Oh, in the-
Agamemnon is a better name than Darkseid. Okay.
Yes.
and it's better than Steppenwolf.
Achilles, fight for your king, who's a dick.
Think how many songs they'll sing in your honor.
Manipulating you, buddy.
To their way. Imagine a king who fights his own battles.
I'm old
Be a sight.
and fat.
I'm old and fat. Leave me alone.
Yeah, doesn't his mum as well tell him that if he goes to Troy, he'll
Mess up my
die?
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Troy, you'll die, but you'll be
Yeah.
talked about forever. And he's like, fuck yeah.
Hey, no projectiles.
Boo.
Better than my throwing, I tell you.
Yeah, he's pretty good, honestly. You know, it's not bad.
I would have kept the shield, honestly.
He's real quick. He don't need it.
Lift your shield, mate. That's why you
Yeah.
died. You've got a bloody shield.
Just in the crowd shouting at him.
Yeah. You're like, why did we? That's why we gave it to you.
As he's dying, he's like, it was really heavy.
You just let him stab you.
I guess he
My
literally thought
snake's
that
better
he
than
would
your
not be able to
snake.
jump up to him and stab him in the neck.
Yeah, I
but
think
yeah,
what they're
I mean,
going for in that is that Achilles was way faster than he thought. He got to him real quick.
It would have
No way,
played
you
so much
fucked that
better if
guy
he
up.
actually had the shield up, and when Achilles jumped up, he actually pulled the shield down and got to the sword in behind it.
You know what's really weird about the Odyssey, the Iliad, is it's hard to know the authority that one has over the other in this, because they're all kings, and for some reason Agamemnon's in charge, and it's
Maybe
not
there
really
was a
clear
guild
why.
of kings, like a king's guild.
Dunno, but Agamemnon can tell Achilles he's not getting like a slave girl or whatever, and then Achilles can go on strike and like tell his men not to fight and stuff. It's really weird.
So was Achilles classed as a king in his own right?
Yeah, he's the
Back
king of the Myrmidons.
Oh, there's so many cool names. Myrmidon.
Yeah,
I suppose
Ant-Man,
like it's going to be
right?
based on the relative size of your kingdom and your army and stuff. And I
It's
guess
like
the
a
guy
list.
who's got the biggest army will be in command overall.
Yeah, I assume
Because
that's the
something
case,
else-
but it's hard to tell, you know.
Who's Brendan
Brendan
Gleeson doing
Gleeson's
these days?
just awesome.
I like him in everything he's in. He always just like he seems to have fun.
I suppose that's Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just ask yourself, would you launch 1,000 ships for that?
Yeah, well, I was just weighing that up actually. I was thinking, well, maybe 200.
Diane
Yeah.
Kruger, man, she's got it.
What's the thing? If they did one these days and they just had like Amy Schumer, it'd be like, okay, guys, like
Oh, okay.
we have to be honest here. Okay, you gotta hire.
Yeah, maybe in
Someone
the
else randomly
porn parody
some black
section,
chick.
but
Yeah, I wouldn't launch a ship for her. She's nah,
Not even one.
Not even one.
not even one. Nah.
Like a
Not
half
even
a
one.
Not even a dinghy.
Maybe a one-eyed, bow-legged fisherman in a dinghy with syphilis.
Why did he
Not
have to
that
have
Chad,
syphilis?
Christ.
You just picture
You
this
hate
dude
balls.
just hypothetical looking at the camera like, why did you give me syphilis?
Yeah. Did someone named Helen hurt you?
So I'm married, so she doesn't do it for me, and I could be very, very critical, but I won't.
All right, but does Orlando
Oh, yeah.
Bloom do it for you?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking hate Orlando Bloom, to be honest.
Wow.
Why?
It's not even that I dislike him as a person either. I'm sure he's a really nice person. I just think he's a terrible actor.
His acting
You
is a
do.
bit weak.
I
yeah.
haven't seen him in enough to judge, but this and Lord of the Rings, he's
Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the
King of
Rings,
Heaven.
this, his
Oh,
It kind of felt like
delivery-
he made his career out of being that kind of pretty boy character.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I like I said, I don't even think he's an unlikable guy. Like, you know, he seems like a nice enough guy and everything, but it's just like I just think he's got shit delivery.
well, he watches
He's alright
EFAP,
in,
so sorry
Carnival
about that,
Row.
Orlando.
You seen that?
Yeah, we
Hamilton
like
Show?
you. You can come on our next EFAP and we could talk about how wrong they are about
You
you.
can
I
unsubscribe.
like
how
they-
I do
Yeah.
like how Paris is just a massive coward in this, though. Like when he's fighting.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he
Oh,
has-
he's a bitch. He's a
He
bitch.
suits
Well-
the role. He's like Orlando can play a wimp really well in terms of the
Yeah.
cowering.
Yeah, I was
side
gonna
of
say, I'm
things.
assuming Mel, you're the only one who hasn't seen this, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Take
I've
it
seen
off, take it
this.
off, take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off.
But I'm assuming
now
you
we're talking.
know how.
Yeah, boy. All right.
I'm assuming
Here
you
we
know
Okay,
go.
Shad, how many ships are we launching now?
Because
I've gone up to about 400 or 500.
I
frankly.
am covering my eyes.
He's
Oh,
he's gonna add extra diseases onto that poor fisherman. Metal. I'm assuming through just casual discussion and over the years of your life, you probably know a couple of spoilers for the story, right? Troy and Achilles. You probably.
Probably, yeah. I think I've seen scenes of this movie, but I don't remember
Alright.
watching it all the way through.
Well, let's just put it this
Shad?
way: when Paris does,
What? I
There's
can't
nothing
see
wrong
a
with
thing.
the butt.
I
It's
don't know
just a
what you're
butt.
talking about.
Yeah, it's just a butt.
he wants him to
Just a butt?
appreciate it.
Look at the butt, Shad.
That's
Take it all
that's
in.
a nice one. It's nice.
I will not fall to your temptations.
Shad, don't get me wrong, right? I totally understand that, like, launching 1,000 ships from Sparta seems a bit simpy,
All
right?
right.
That is a lot, but like, it is. I mean, that's probably the biggest simp of all time because Paris steals Helen from Sparta, and Menelaus is married to her, and he's furious, and so Agamemnon leads this. Big
Wait, is it
invasion,
simpy
right?
to steal
yeah.
a woman from someone else out of his own castle and everything?
No,
Is that
that's not the
simpy?
simpy part. The simpy part is sending 1,000 ships to go get her back.
Oh yeah, clearly she's not
That's
like.
the one, like, what,
she
just
doesn't
doing
wanna be
doing
with
it
you.
solo, or...
It's the equivalent of throwing loads
it
of
would be
bits at someone on
different.
Twitter.
It would be
you know?
different
Or
if he
Twitch,
begged
sorry.
her to come back, but it's more like he sends 1,000 ships to force her back. Because
Yeah.
it's almost like she's property that's been stolen from him.
Still.
And now we're into incel territory.
It's
aren't we?
almost like she's a woman.
These two little shits get loads of people killed.
Oh, I meant,
Yeah.
I meant the
Exactly.
thing he
I can
does.
see.
Like I'm not knowledgeable about the real or the sort of proper myth of this, but like it seems to portray Achilles in the movie as being much more heroic and like good-natured than he probably was
Yeah, he's
in the Odyssey.
He's a pretty good man in this film. I was curious if that's a core.
Yeah,
being-
he's just
Right,
sort of a
it's like-
he's a little dickish, but
Well, I know he's a bit of an asshole when he
When
He's
yeah,
a
I
fedora
guess-
tipping atheist.
I was about
I don't
to
wanna
say,
ruin anything
yeah,
yet.
for the sake of
was-
metal, we will try and avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
In the 3,000-year-old story, if it's not too early to spoil that, the first line of the Iliad is "Goddess sing the rage of Achilles." It's about young men like dealing with anger issues, right? And that's what
It's
Achilles'
as.
story is.
So on your point, Carl, like, you know, I think a guy who has a woman who's devoted to her can certainly be devoted back. Okay. But I'd say a few thousand ships maybe is a little too much. Just saying. I think.
Based.
What is the simp line being crossed? Is it 200 to 201 or?
It's not well
I don't
defined.
know. To me, Helen is a bit of a two-timing whore. Like, you know, she is
Okay,
married.
all right, yeah. mhm.
Like,
I mean, she is.
Can't argue that
Shad,
much.
She's the
why
most
is-
famous
Why are you
two-time
telling you,
slut
there's
shaming
not
her?
a-
I can't believe you're doing this.
There's nothing worse than a woman who knows that her face will launch 1,000 ships. She's like 1 or 2 ships. You're like, okay, all right. You know you're worth it, but you're still humble. I like it. But 1,000 ships. All right, calm down.
So was
Everywhere
Helen
she
like
goes.
kind of the e-thought girl over time?
Yes.
Think of the ships in modern day. would
Ethot
be...
actually sounds like a very Greek word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
the
does.
island of e-thought.
Yeah, the Ethotians.
Just a bunch of semi-naked women hunched over computers.
Ethots.
Absolutely.
Dude, imagine you.
Oh, he did do what I think he did. Didn't he?
Well, imagine you were one of the dudes working on this ship and you saw this. You'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, did nobody go like
What have
below
you
deck
done?
ever?
Oh, you idiot!
Well, she had her hood up, right? So it's all fine.
Absolute
I love his face
retard.
there.
Oh, no.
I see
Oh,
this as an
God.
absolute win.
Oh,
The thing
no.
is, though, okay, fine, right? Okay, this your shit-heeled brother has stolen the king
Why
of
are you
Sparta's
trying
wife.
to cut me? What did I do?
But no, why don't you just turn the ship around? Take her fucking
Yeah.
back.
Oh, doesn't they conclude it's too late? The insult has already happened, or something like that. I don't know.
they could just blame her
It
and
wouldn't
say,
be
"Look,
as
look,
bad."
Okay,
she
then-
stowed
Yeah.
away.
Like,
We didn't know
like,
anything
she,
about
she
it.
Stowed
Like,
away. She stowed away on the
Yeah.
ship. There's been some terrible misunderstandings. We all had
We
too
were
much to
having
drink last
coffee
night.
on the ship.
What can we do?
and if she's pregnant, that's completely by accident.
Whoops.
One of the sailors.
Do you know what you've done? Do you know how many years our father worked for peace?
Az, throw him overboard.
Don't listen to her, Hector. You've said you've been a smart man so far.
You think you know something about love? What about your father's love? You spat on him when you brought her on the ship.
Excellent point.
What about
Yes,
the
Yep.
excellent arguments right here.
Yeah.
for this woman?
Hector is
Yeah.
the Chad.
What's his
Yeah.
counter argument going to be? I love her.
Just tie him up and throw him in the hole.
Yeah.
Dude, Hector's
like-
face when he says, "I'll die fighting." He's like, "The fuck? You don't even."
Ever seen a man die in combat? No.
But yeah, okay, they'll kill him. Okay, yeah, he stole the king's wife. Why the fuck wouldn't they?
I've watched them die.
I think
It's like,
you
yeah,
could
we're gonna
argue.
put you in the brig until we get back, and we're gonna deliver Helen back to Troy, and we're gonna resolve this easily.
Yes. Like, what are your other options? Shut up, Carl.
I remember one of my sisters when we watched this movie asking, "Why does he wear a giant question mark on his head?"
Because he's always wondering.
Now I can't unsee that more.
Where are we
Oh,
going?
his helmet's gone. His helmet's gone.
What a plot hole.
So I think we can blame all the events on this movie on Orlando Bloom's character. It's his-
No, it's the woman's fault for being attractive.
Yeah,
His
okay,
arms look very
the
short
woman's
and
fault.
small.
Shad has negated the woman being responsible because she's only like she's a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
0 ships out of 10.
Like I said,
Yeah.
0 ships out of 10.
still launching just the poor fisherman with syphilis.
So here's the thing. She's like 9 ships out of 10, but I imagine if you're in a position like these guys, 9 out of 10s are everywhere for you.
I mean, you saw the wenches before. I think they were on an equal
Yeah,
level.
but it's
Hell
the
yeah.
principle,
I thought so
guys.
too.
Whenever one dude steals one of your whores, that's it. You know what? I'm going to war.
Everyone in Greece knows.
Can't be doing that.
The Trojans
Raises a
spat
good
on
point.
my honor.
The thing is, like,
God, that's
the
gonna be cringe.
response of the kings here, because when things escalate to matters of nations where one nation does a gross insult to another, if there isn't some type of response, the wrong nation is going to look really weak. It actually could have a severe impact on their state on the world stage. So it's interesting.
Well, of
Yeah,
course.
I take it from the point of view of Agamemnon, this is exactly what he wants. It's an
Yeah.
excuse to go to war with
a
Troy.
reason, yeah.
Old King Priam thinks he's untouchable behind his high walls. But the gods protect only the strong.
Wait a minute. That
No.
sounds circular.
Technically, the walls worked. Okay, they had to like circumvent them.
If they're
to
so
blame the
good, how
walls.
come they don't still use them?
The walls did work. That was the problem.
Stupid walls.
That's
why
why
we
they had
needed
to
the
try
horse.
every spring for 10 years.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but it's the ramp of Troy, I think they call it, where everyone just got over the wall by
The
building a giant...
tramp of Troy. That's Helen.
That's a different thing.
Oof.
That's what Helen became known as after this.
Well, no, seriously though, historically there was a thing called an agar in this period, and instead of a ramp of wood, they just made a massive ramp of dirt to get over the walls of cities. Like it's huge.
You have a bunch of 1,000 guys sitting around all day. You're like, oh.
Well, that's the point, exactly. You know, just give them some shelter. They would build like this, you know, cover shelter from arrow fire, and they would all just get a bucket of dirt and one at a time just pile up the dirt to make a ramp up to the wall.
But what
if they got
about
them
a
in.
wooden ramp on logs that you can roll right in? Huh? What
Which
about
is
that?
literally what the Assyrians had.
Ah, see? Syrians, they know what's up.
And they'd put massive battering rams on it as well, so it's just like, fucking hell, calm down.
Where do you think Grond was inspired by? It was the Assyrians.
Yeah, Grond was great because it's like this battering ram's pretty good, but you know it'd be even better if it had flames coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, the orc who designed Grond was like, yes, I get to use it. It looks so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
Underdog
often do you get to
scene.
use one of those?
That dog looks more.
Oh, it's
historic
fucking
accurate.
Sean
Hey,
Bean.
I didn't know
Hey,
Sean Bean was in
Sean
it.
Bean.
Sean Bean is.
Sean Bean is
he's
Odysseus.
He's Odysseus.
Where were all of you guys? Smile
did
already
John-
pointed out
I
he was commentating the beginning of the film. Sean Bean.
I was busy talking.
I was
He
too
was
focused
using
on
his
the dog.
voice to say that
I
things
totally
are
forgot
shit.
Sean Bean was Odysseus.
This is a new scene as well, I think.
It looks like he's about to make love to that dog.
Oh no.
Stop it. Stop
Hey, man,
forcing
things,
yourself on it.
things were different back then.
Rags is getting hot under the collar.
There's nothing wrong with the. Well, maybe there is, but that's all right.
Man dog love.
Why are they ruins already?
Yeah, where did these come from?
Like
This is
these ruins take thousands of years to make. This would be a fresh temple.
I am
Nice one.
offended. I am very offended with the way that they're fighting with these Xiphoses. What are you doing?
Hey, it was a flourish to
He's just
put fear
warming
in his
up.
enemy.
Oh, that was actually a nice bit of complex choreography there.
It's been a while since I watched this, but I remember really enjoying the fight scenes.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the big
The
fight
fight
again.
between Achilles and
Yeah.
Hector is brilliant.
Yeah,
I do
love that
appreciate the movement style they give Achilles to make it very
Not bad.
distinct.
Whoa,
That was very far.
Whoa!
dude, Sean Bean almost died.
Oh my goodness gracious! That tree grew just in place. Yeah, just in time.
Kings would kill for the honor. You hear it,
Which
Agamemnon.
ones? There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like all of you king.
Isn't Frank over there a king too? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of the rowers on that ship to be like, I'm a king.
The fisherman with syphilis. I'm a king.
Fight for him.
Nobody asked you, Brian.
Asking you to
Oh,
fight for
man.
Greece. Fighting each
Hey, it's
other
King Brian to you.
for now.
He wears a dress. I mean.
Hey, dresses were kind of cool back then, you know, because you could kill
Let
people anyway.
Achilles fight for honor.
Yeah, he doesn't wear
Let
pants like a
Agamemnon fight for
barbarian.
power, and let the gods
That's literally it.
man to
The
possess
Persians
fire.
invented trousers,
Forget
so
Agamemnon.
they're literally barbarian clothes.
Fight for me.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
you know,
it's-
My wife.
honestly, dresses are very comfortable. You're very free
Side,
underneath.
I'll feel
Are they? Tell us more about this, Shad. I had no idea.
Yeah, I've got a video. I've got a video on it. You can go check it out. You know,
Do you wear a dress in the video?
Dresses are fashionable.
I do.
I like the way Achilles
alright.
is actually
liberating.
dressed like some Californian hippie mother.
Yeah.
So that's where they filmed this, California, hippie land.
Well, he certainly owns the look.
He looks
know?
like he owns a
Like-
tie-dye shop or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his bleached blonde hair and everything,
Yeah.
like pulled back. Yeah.
I've got,
He's
I've
like
got
a
some new
surfer
magic
dude.
crystals.
Yeah, he's just living on the beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's always got that look, though, hasn't he?
1,000
Like in every
ships,
movie he's
yeah.
in, he's just
Smoldering.
like, yeah, I know I'm hot as fuck. What are you gonna do about it?
Like he can't fully open
mean, he's
his
literally being
eyes.
paid to be
Brad
hot,
Pitt,
isn't he?
his Brad Pitt. No, look, he's always squinting. He's like never opening his eyes fully.
It's the hot
Yeah,
look. That's what we have to do.
It's the hot look. It's the small.
does the
Like,
George
look, he's,
Clooney.
open your eyes, man.
Well, I
the
think it's
George
because
Clooney,
they're
isn't it?
outside in the sun.
I'm making you another seashell necklace.
Ugh.
I don't want it.
Another one.
The ones I used to make.
It's like
He's got like a
17
whole
around
room
his
full of
neck.
them.
Mom, I never wear them. They're
Achilles.
embarrassing.
Sargon, you might know this. Did Achilles become like powerful because his mother dipped him in water and she held him by his foot, and that's why
Yes.
his weakness is his Achilles?
The waters of the river Styx. And yeah, his mother's, I've just looked it up, Thetis. She's not a goddess. And she's a Nereid, which is a kind of water nymph thing, I think. But she was worried about her son's mortality and so dipped him in the river Styx. But had to hold on to his heel.
I have to
Yeah,
say,
she dunked him in.
having a river made
How'd
of
she get
sticks
to the
doesn't
river
make
Styx?
sense.
But hang on, the river Styx, isn't that in the underworld? How'd she get
Yeah,
there?
it's in
How
Hades,
come more people didn't dip their babies in the
so
river?
she-
That's a
Styx?
really
just had
great question.
She
Not
just
everyone can get to the
casually walks
underworld.
down to Hades.
There's a
to
technique.
dip her son.
I feel like you'd find a way.
You attach like a rope to the baby and drop him down a big well all the way into the river Styx.
Dunk him in twice. Put one heel, then the other heel. You know, like.
Telling the other mothers, like, oh, what kind of diet
I
do you
can
have on?
appreciate the tactical formation here.
Well,
I'm getting real Iron Fleet flashbacks here. I'm expecting a dragon
Hopefully
to
no
come
one
down
forgets
the sky
about
and
this.
test it all.
Yeah, I think you're right though. The other mothers should have been dipping their children in the river Styx.
Maybe it's like a limited resource. Like you can't dip too many babies in the.
Now it's
river or it'll dry up.
she ruined the river for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
full
double dipped her
contaminated.
baby, and no one wants anymore because it's gross.
Like, well, at least Achilles never died. Wait, he got shot where and died? Oh my god!
What are the odds?
This is always
Yeah,
awkward.
why are they celebrating her?
What?
It's like, oh, you've screwed us over.
That guy
thanks.
walking behind the chariot.
well, look at
with an
the old women. Wait. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Is that Helen of
Yeah,
Sparta?
so they know.
They're
they know
just
what's
jealous
happening.
because there are only 5 ships out of 10.
Yeah.
This is such a like awkward scene 'cause it's like I think everyone knows what's gonna happen now, or at least a lot of them do, and so they're all just
No.
like, "Whoa."
I think a lot of them
Yeah,
don't know
that
who
guy
the
with
woman
the
is.
umbrella.
Well, I think there'll just be guys behind them with like spears, like celebrate now.
Nah, Priam's not a tyrant. He wouldn't do that.
Well, I think he's like, "Hey, nice to see you," but he's aware of how bad this is about to be, right?
We have good bad news. Good news, peas. Bad news, no peas.
Imagine wearing all that armor standing out in the sun all day.
Also,
I think the set in the background all look really great.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
I still hate their armor.
Yeah, well, fine.
Their armor hates you, Shad.
what the fuck you doing, you?
Helen of Sparta.
Yeah, see that face? He's like, "Oh, you
Helen of
Oh,
we're at war."
yeah,
Cool.
you have to go.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell did you want to do? Send her back.
Oh, the
Well
3
done.
wise men.
Hey, girl from the only other thing I know her from was Deep Blue Sea. That's it.
See, look at Hector. Hector's got it all going on, man. He's a responsible dude. He's got a hot wife. And he's got a baby. Everything's going great for Hector, and Paris ruins it.
You heard it here. Kill your brother.
No, just send him back to the Spartans if he steals their queen. Not that hard.
For the gods.
For the gods.
I feel like the gods would be like, "Oh, you pour ours on the floor." Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, well,
You've
we're
gotta
not
make
all
sacrifices.
Hades.
I actually went to the ruins of the Oracle at Delphi in Greece, and I was like, shit, I need to leave an offering for an Apollo. And the only thing I had on me was a plum. So I gave Apollo
Hey,
a
a plum. That's symbolic.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say like, "All I had on me was my son." So yeah.
I had a pain.
plum. I was like, sorry, son.
Sorry, boy.
So wait, why didn't they go back after all?
You said he was gonna die fighting or something.
Then I'll die fighting.
The king just said if we send her back, he'll go after her. And I'm like,
I
good.
think that's a given that he'll go after it, but like the worry, I guess, is stupid Paris being like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself if you do that." Boo.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. We have
Better
peas.
than you killing the city.
For 30 years I have worked for peace. 30 years.
God, these Greeks sound pretty fucking warlike, don't they?
You see, every conversation Hector has with his family, he's like, "I'm the one who ends up fighting." So yeah, cool.
Everyone makes fucking promises that Hector has to fulfill. What a bunch of dicks.
Every time he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, stop
Shut
it.
your mouths.
I want to go back to my hot wife. Just leave me alone.
It's literally once. Hector's the real hero of the Iliad.
We'll live off the land. No more palaces for us, no more servants. We don't need any of that.
See, okay, so it's not just his acting. Paris is
We'd be
annoying as
protecting
fuck.
my
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just this like naive idiot.
You will leave Our love will carry us. Like, shut the fuck up.
The way he thinks about this, it's like a love-struck, like 14-year-old girl,
I
like
think that's
someone
what
who
they're
just
going
has
for.
absolutely nothing resembling common sense.
What if we just run away? Things will be okay.
Characterizing him that way is what allows most of the plot to happen.
I don't get what she sees in him, really, though.
He's pretty.
I don't think it's just that. I
he'll
think it's
clearly
like
do
the
anything
undivided
for it.
attention as well.
His
totally-
I
moves
imagine if
range.
you had a face that was worth 1,000 ships, like you'd be really used to the affection of guys
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time,
That's a good
looking
point.
at you, trying to cop a feel on one of your magnificent boobies.
They were great.
Correct.
They were pretty great.
I'll give her that.
Staring right in my soul.
Yeah, the god is like, could
Poozing
you
in front of
Yeah,
Zeus.
just look right
what?
at me?
Dude, why are you always here?
Just fuck off.
Think back,
I need
enemies from
some me
space.
time.
What are they thinking with
Guys,
these things, by the way?
you're
The
pointing
guys
the
are just
sticks
gonna,
in the
like-
wrong direction.
Are they thinking enemy soldiers are just going to run up the beach so blindly that they'll just go straight
But
into the
the
stick?
soldiers are coming from the opposite end, though. They're pointing in the wrong direction.
Are they?
Yeah, they're pointing them towards the sea.
It doesn't
that
even
what-
matter. 'Cause it's
Well,
not
they-
like they're
I
going to
think they would
charge the chariots
assume-
at the walls.
Well, they're gonna they would assume that they come from the sea, right? So
But
you
they
have
do
the
come
pointy
from
things.
the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Beach defenses.
From
I
ship
thought that
landing?
was the enemy army setting up. That was the Trojans doing defenses.
No,
and then
yeah,
they're
yeah,
pointing
yeah.
in the right direction.
They haven't
I
even
thought we
gotten
were
here
watching. Yeah, I thought they had landed.
Shad.
My mistake.
Ah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's part of me
totally-
that was like, I don't want to argue with Shad because he knows his shit when it comes to this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
There must be
No,
some
yeah,
stupid
yeah,
thing where
totally
people
wrong.
are
Honestly, that was a
beaches that I don't
collective
understand.
silence from all
You
of us because
gotta
we were
be
like,
like
wait.
me. Trust your gut.
Yeah, because they wouldn't run into them, but I thought it was just to stop ships from like shored up as close. I don't know.
Chad, tell us why they put those things there exactly.
They make them all in one piece like that.
Oh, I guess it breaks up your formations, doesn't it?
But the swords, yeah, they do.
I suppose those things they'll funnel troops down certain pathways that you
Yeah.
could then saturate with
yeah.
archers or
We're
something.
all
I guess.
speculating reasoning
Axes.
here. We're waiting for Chad to tell us the actual reason.
Well, hang on. I was getting distracted by that massive double-bitted axe.
Massive
that was
axe.
on the car.
Yeah.
I was like,
The huge
What was
double
that?
axe.
That's the true porn of this movie. Axe porn.
that axe was garbage.
Labrys's was ceremonial, right?
Hang on, what's the
Lapras?
ceremonial?
That was a Pokemon.
The name of the double-headed axe is a Labrys, and I thought they were ceremonial.
That was a massive cart full of them.
Oh, nice,
Well, then
great.
that was a
they're all
massive
ceremonial.
historical mistake.
Can I change my Labras to like a spear and a shield?
Can I have the real one, not the ceremonial one, please?
Can I just go home? You're just now
see-
ringing the bell?
That's
When
right,
they sold
Hector.
the boats at
Paris
first, they were like, "They're
fucked
still
it
pretty
all up."
far out. We don't need to rig it. Some people need sleep." Chad, bells, were they historically accurate? Was that a thing? Bells.
Well,
There's a
actually,
candle, there's a
that's
melon in
a
the
question for
street.
Carl.
You'll notice that everything's made out of bronze. This is why, like, the swords would be cast. I've actually got a bronze sword
Yeah.
that I made, and apart from the wooden handle, everything about it is essentially cast in one piece.
You made a
and yeah,
video
Alright,
you-
so-
on that,
they,
and I
they
was-
could
that was
definitely
a
have
really
cast
cool vid.
bells. I think. I'm sure they would
I
have.
mean,
been
I was
able to.
kind of fucking with you, but yeah, 100%.
All
Hey,
right.
who's racing ahead?
Where's the city? Oh, there it is.
The guys, slow down. No, we don't want to be the first ones.
Yeah.
You wouldn't attack on the day you arrived.
No, you'd be exhausted.
Yeah, you'd want to get your reservations done and have your appetizers.
Yeah, this
Well, you've
is
got
totally
like
the-
50,000 men to feed, you know. So you've got to like.
Yeah,
set the
they're
logistics.
tired, they're hungry. It's like we
Yeah.
just rode across a
You guys
fucking
don't
Yeah,
realize
sea.
these
Yeah.
are the myrmidons. They're like Urukai.
Yes. Yes.
I can only work on assumptions because I don't know much about the old triremes, right? But I'm assuming beaching them would be a bad idea because it'd be really
No.
hard to get them back out into the water.
Nope. You'd beach them every night.
Really?
Yep. You couldn't stay out at sea at them. As you can see, there's nothing to them, right? So yeah, you never stray far away from the land, and you just beach every night and set up a camp.
I thought that's why they'd have ports. They just don't seem like an effective troop landing, you know.
Well, it wouldn't
Water
be
vessel.
optimal to beach, like if you were assaulting or something. I mean, what you would do, yeah, it's not like a sort of modern day sort of one, but you would normally pull up uncontested.
That's
and
what I
get
was
out.
thinking. I think
most
I was
landings
thinking
are
you would
uncontested.
pull up.
You'd get out, set up a camp, and then
Yeah.
it'd be a campaign. These campaigns took months or years. You know?
No, you would
Like-
land and sprint to the enemy.
Yeah, you'll have the beach by nightfall.
It's
Yeah,
like
well, I got some
10
bad
years.
news for these guys. They don't after 10 years.
Yeah,
so-
it's why, this was like a decade-long war, wasn't it?
yeah, really long.
This is over in a fortnight in the film.
I was going to say, what do you mean? It's clearly a 2-hour war, judging from the timeline.
Would you really want to send your most elite troops in with the first wave?
Well,
Where,
this
like,
is-
Well, they don't work
bulk of
for
them will get
Agamemnon.
killed?
They're
we're
his.
justifying this is that Achilles is fucking desperate for that glory, bro. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he
that
wants to kill.
glory.
He wants to get first
Yeah.
blood, didn't he?
Yeah.
And his
Screw it.
men
Do
are
it
loyal
live.
to Achilles, not to Agamemnon.
Yeah. And they're all into the glorytisms too. They're like, ooh, love me some glory.
Immortality! Take it!
Wait a minute. That feels like the opposite of what's on that beach.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's death on the other side of it. Wait, there's all those men with pointy sticks. Oh, fire arrows.
fire arrows.
Yeah, fire arrows.
So I'm assuming there's some practicality in that it could set ships on fire, potentially. So
No.
no, all right then.
Oh
Is it
no, I should
literally-
have had my shield up.
Mortality!
Is fire arrows just for the cool factor? Is that it?
It's like that fire's doing a lot after it kills. After the normal arrows kill them. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah, that's why Achilles survives all these fights. He has a shield and he knows how to use it.
Gonna be honest, it feels like those lot would have been mowed down by the archers,
Yeah, this should have been like the landing scene from Saving Private Ryan.
pretty much.
The doors come open, just like.
Because all of the Trojan archers get to just fucking annihilate them, surely.
Yeah, there's only one of them. It's easy to focus on them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, but now they do this.
Sir, we should have
Oh,
done
no.
this earlier.
that armor did so much. It was
I know,
amazing.
right?
He's like, I knew we should have put him the other way.
We would have been fine.
So far, those sticks have hurt their own side more than
Yeah,
the enemy.
they're -1 right now.
That's why I said they should have put them the other way. That was my
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I will fuck you up. You see, he's probably got some kind of like, he's activated a kill streak.
Double kill. Triple kill.
I am Ajax, breaker of stones. Look upon me and despair.
Alright.
Oh my goodness, Ajax. Such a tryhard.
That's, I was gonna say as well, like, it's such a,
I can
like,
see why they cut that.
only one person was like, I'm sorry, what? Most people didn't. What were you saying?
That armor is doing a lot of work.
Stabbed right through the armor with a bronze bloody
yeah.
sword. Are you kidding?
I think we should just call it uniforms.
I was gonna say, I don't
Yeah.
remember the armor working in this film at all. I don't think anyone's armor does anything.
He's hitting them in the chest like again and again. The armor is doing
Yeah,
nothing.
they have a couple of shots where it's clear that he. Oh.
Oh, right through the helmet.
Not even the helmet with a
That
bronze,
sword
sword.
went right through the bronze helmet.
He's that fucking strong.
Oh, yes.
If you want to see some grade A bullcrap, I remember what he does to that statue with
Oh,
a
yeah,
bronze
yeah, yeah.
sword again.
Let's wait.
Holy
Zach.
crap!
Let's wait.
This bronze sword is friggin' Excalibur, man.
Fucking lightsaber.
Is this, by the way, is this same dude in 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
He wore
right.
bandana as well.
Whoa.
It looks like it's wood.
I was gonna say, that looked like it was wood, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Well, I
painted
suppose
wood?
statues like that, they couldn't possibly be solid.
If
guys-
there's one thing Achilles wasn't, it's a fucking atheist. That's the weirdest flex in this film. It's like, yeah, the gods aren't real. It's like, what? That's nothing to do with the story. Like, Achilles knows all about the gods. He meets the gods. He fights
Yeah.
the gods. Like,
It's like, Hector's like, oh, that's a hell of a throw.
Oh no.
The fact that they all had to stop to appreciate it, Achilles
one
would be like,
v one
yeah.
me, dude.
Wow, what a throw.
Ah, you suck.
Loser.
Hector.
My turn. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no,
where'd
I
they
can't
come
believe this was a
from?
trap. Oh, who would have thought? Oh no.
So this
I couldn't have seen this.
this confuses
coming.
me
They were sneaking
logistically-
in there while the entire
Yeah.
invasion fleet was also approaching. Like, they could, like,
Remember, the
overwhelm you at
temple-
any second.
The temple was pretty damn close to the main
He's
fight.
just swinging
Yeah.
and killing people.
And like this lot of cavalry just decided we're gonna go into the temple. It's like, why?
Whenever Hector swings, it just so happens that a Greek appears in front of him to die.
Why kill you now, Prince of Troy? With no one here to see you fall.
I always thought it was weird that he almost has this chill conversation when it's like all of your men need you, but oh,
You think we're gonna dig up?
Oh, I guess
He's gonna fuck
I
him
guess
up.
my men lost that fight. All right.
Hector sees all this and he goes, okay, so it was a tie.
But how many wives wait at Troy's gates for husbands they'll never see again?
Perhaps your brother can comfort them. I hear he's good at charming other men's wives.
Ooh,
Oh,
dapped
shit.
on.
Fucking
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I agree, but like, wow.
It's like, you killed so many people today. And it's like, dude, your brother, he's the one who did all of this. Come on.
Let our hatred of Paris unite us as a people.
It'd be so awkward if he lets him go, and as he gets to the main army, a bunch of other people kill him because they don't know.
Yeah, but you kind of want him to call back over his shoulder, like, yeah, so the rest of your guys won't kill me either, right?
Agamemnon was there. He'd be like, fuck him up.
Oh, he does get pissed off with him now, doesn't he? Like in the next scene or whatever.
Oh yeah, but that's about just being early, right? Which, by the way, was probably for the best.
No, I think he gets
Maybe
upset
seems-
about letting him go as well, I think.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I was just gonna say that, like, you know him coming in this early, it's like, only he lost his men, and he managed to take the whole fucking beach, so it's like, I guess it worked out.
I know.
You can
I'm
see why
shocked from
Agamemnon's
the
getting
point of
pissed
view
off, though.
of the
totally.
Trojan.
Agamemnon, well, Aggie there, he should be saying, yeah, I told him to. Yeah, that's right. That was under my command. That was my tactical decision.
They're all
pretty
chanting.
brilliant, aren't I?
They're all chanting Achilles, and then he's in the crowd going, yeah, Agamemnon, yeah.
Because looking at those boats, I would think it would be them. Maybe in high tide they would get back out in the water, but if they're like fully beached like that, that would be the biggest dog to get them back in the water.
They're not that heavy.
Are they? Like, I don't know
Yeah,
much about
Shad,
travel.
look at them. They're not that heavy.
I don't like
Well,
the
no, they're
Shad
not.
guy,
Like if you get like
fuck?
30 people or whoever, and just get everyone to lift it, you can lift them.
If you get 30 people or one Ajax.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
showed
basically.
them now. It just showed 30 like lot pulling it.
Ajax could probably bench press those ships.
Oh, good touch. Hey, Ajax had a bandage where his arrowhead hit him.
Nice.
Good little detail.
Ah, my whore.
Nice.
So she was just hanging out in the temple. When
Yeah,
the
well,
army
she was.
attacked.
They
It's
did
like,
say
we
she
won't
was.
retreat. We'll just stay there.
Is that
Well, hey.
is that typical? Would they be like, no, we can't leave the temple. That's sacrilegious or something?
But yeah, she's royalty, but doesn't get immediately
Oh,
evacuated.
come
when they
on,
see the
sister.
ship.
You'd still be looking.
Does the guy with syphilis manage to get to the beach yet?
King of syphilis.
The king of syphilis.
No one thought the Trojan beach could be captured so easily.
It wasn't that hard, honestly. Like,
Yeah, funnily enough, that the 200 or 300 like defenders weren't really a match for like
Yeah.
10,000 of our troops.
26, yeah.
I can picture them all laughing.
Turns
And
out-
one of them's like,
Led by the legendary hero Achilles as well.
Yeah.
I think Agamemnon's a cooler name than Priam. There, I said it.
Agamemnon is pretty cool. We were just waiting right outside the door with her?
This part always felt weird to me. Why would he care so much about this?
If you don't release her, you'll never see home again.
Why?
Like this
Why,
feels
were
to
we
me
lost?
like
Are we gonna...
This feels like a Hollywood thing rather than
Look at us standing there.
That's a weird dance.
He met her like 5 seconds ago, and she's like an enemy slave at this point.
Yeah, he's like willing to like spill blood over her. Like, what for?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's
Sin.
pulling
I
the
don't
sword
know,
out in
man.
front of the king. Like it's like, whoa.
It's like, he's
I
like, that's my
definitely-
winch. He's like,
I wouldn't
that's my
want to
winch.
say
Don't touch my winch. My winch.
You sack of wine! Before my time is done, I will look down on your corpse and smile.
Achilles, it's
Yeah,
one
there we
slave
go.
girl that we just took. What the fuck are you so upset about?
And
You
he-
killed like 78 people.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
We're going to take
It's
thousands
Resident
more
Evil
slaves, dude, you know?
Man.
Is she
Yeah, we just
dying?
been ripped into
Whale.
fucking Helen of Troy or Helen of Sparta, and now
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're falling for a woman just over nothing too.
Just a temple priestess. Is that what it is, right?
So yeah, I was curious if that was in any way precedented, like, because it just seems so absurd. Because he's like, I fucking hope you die, my king. Just 'cause you're
Not
fucking
in
her.
the Iliad, it wasn't about the woman. It was about the fact that Agamemnon disrespected him, right? So he should have literally been like, I don't care about this woman. I care about the fact that you insulted me. You know, I demand an apology. That's what he should have been doing.
And we have Hector.
Yeah, I almost died by the
Oh,
way
dude,
today.
no pressure.
See? Someone
yeah,
else
thanks,
dropping
guys.
poor old Hector in it.
Yeah.
He's just on his own, just minding his own
Every time-
business.
Every time the shit hits the fan, it's all put on him.
Yeah.
You want to plan a strategy based on bird signs.
Hector show respect.
So respect. No, but he's retarded. Like,
like-
obviously.
Show respect
But
to the bird.
Hector
signs.
raises a valid point. Imagine it from Hector's point of view. He's just sat there going, right, everyone's gone mad, and now they want me to fight a war with some immortal god because of birds. Oh,
Well,
fuck.
I think it's infinitely funnier that they're like, you're gonna fight for us. He's like, okay, but you will fight when we tell you to based on bird signs. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like,
Oh, in that case, this bird told me to go home.
I saw a bird today that told me we should surrender Paris to the Spartans.
it's funny you say that.
I will challenge Menelaus for the right to Helen. The winner will
Okay.
It's a bit late for that.
I can just imagine everyone just going, what, really? Okay, go on.
It's like, oh,
Hector's just like, oh, thank fuck.
Front of the door.
it's like
right?
once hundreds of our men die, you're like, oh, I'll do the honorable thing this time.
Did you hear that
Yes.
sound it made when I pulled it out? Isn't that fucking cool?
My favorite ones in movies is when they do it with a knife. You pull out a knife and it goes shing.
I like it when they just move it a little bit and then it makes the noise. They just move it a little bit, shing, like it's cutting the air molecules with how edgy it is.
Oh, look at it. Hector's got a really nice wife too. She really loves him. Oh,
Yeah, she's
so awful.
concerned and she's pretty darn good looking for her age.
Yeah, Hector's a good guy. He's got it all together. And
He
Paris
really
fucks
is.
everything up for him.
Yeah, Paris is.
Listen,
just
if there's a
the
villain in
worst.
this film, it's absolutely Paris. Not even
Absolutely.
Agamemnon.
Yeah, it really.
No one
Paris
walks
is
away
just-
from this going, yeah, Paris is great.
You know what my favorite character is? Paris. Everyone just laughs.
What are you doing?
Let me go.
He just happens to
Oh,
turn the
oh,
corner as she's walking
Now
down the
she
hallway.
wants to leave.
You think Agamemnon cares about his brother's marriage? This is about power.
Yeah, he's got a point. Like in reality, the guy just wants the war, and so
Yeah.
Very
I'd
much
just
so.
be fine with her getting killed.
Yeah, it's like they're all excited about a war, and you can't just take that away from them now.
Yeah, you know how those guys get when they're in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they get that war in them, how much effort it takes to get those ships off the beach again. They're not going to do that.
They've got Ajax.
We have to have Ajax
Yeah.
move all the ships by himself.
Look
It's like-
upon my ship moving skills and despair. Oh, hey, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Why is it sloped like that?
Why are you assembled outside?
I don't know.
It's ceremonial.
Counterproductive to the purpose of war.
It's really not.
I know
like,
that.
Well,
I know they're
'cause
just
it's
wanting
not
to watch the
that.
fight, and they're not actually fighting. But seriously, it's
I'm
like,
pretty sure this film makes an effort to say like the Trojan archers are like amazing, and it's like, so why? Saying, by the way, that it's ceremonial, I'm on board with that in terms of like this is supposed to be a big 1v1, but it turns into a bit of a war, and they don't go inside, they stay out. Especially in these times, you could so easily shoot one of your own men and just be like, well, oops.
Ah, well.
I mean, most of the time
Shad
you
and I
wouldn't
know that that's true. Yeah.
when there's thousands of other archers going, you wouldn't even know where your arrow went. Like,
True.
it would just be a big cloud of the things.
That must have happened a lot in medievisms. And
And
it's funny 'cause
accidental hits on friends and stuff like this. This must have happened all the time.
there's probably a meaningful difference in terms of the arrow design from each team, right? So you'd be able to tell if you pulled it out, you'd be like, oh, this is one of my guys' arrows.
Oh, they're so tiny. That's no problem at all.
You can just step on them.
Let's play Spot the Asian Extra. I win.
I'm sure many of them aren't even real. They're probably CGI.
Once they get past a certain line, it's CGI after that, yeah.
What are you suggesting? They didn't really have 100,000 men there
This
for
is
this
this is the problem with movie
Cheap.
making. They cheap out. Not even 100,000 men.
Imagine having to fucking organize this when you're in the Bronze Age.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Like, right.
logistics guys, they don't get any credit.
They don't.
Well,
They really don't.
I have to have, we have 70,000 men, so let's see, one man eats a ton of food a year.
I was
We gotta
gonna
Like
say that.
seriously,
I was
how much
immediately gonna talk about
food
the
would they have
food,
had to
yeah.
have brought with them?
How could you feed this many people consistently without?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of the big problem with sieges, isn't it? Like they couldn't be maintained for all that long because you just can't feed an army of that size without like all the logistics you need to support them.
You almost
Yeah.
hope a lot of them
Well-
die, so you don't have to feed them.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they did do those logistics to support them. There were sieges that lasted a year.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Like most sieges weren't like real battles in that normal sense. It was just like controlling all the ground outside a city and just waiting them out, basically.
Yeah,
not
like
not
attrition.
often actually. A lot of the time, because of the exact provision problem you were talking about, essentially attempts would be made to try and get into the castle, and so or into the fortification, and so it'd turn into a kind of like gross guerrilla war where you'd have like sappers trying to undermine the walls, and then you'd have groups of men running out to try and attack them, and you'd have sallies and sabotages and things like this. So sieges were actually horrible.
A lot of it would take preparation, like sapping under a castle wall. That's a lot of digging.
cut out
that,
after
has to be
exactly-
stretched out. I'm just saying, sapping like it's a lengthy job to try and sap castle walls and stuff. So all these things do take time, but they're always trying to do something to undermine one another.
Why do they never use guns? Look at you experts. None of you can answer it.
Oh, I can. It's because they were shit at war.
Oh.
It's the same. It's the same reason that people in the past were bad because of different moral standards. The Romans were shit at war, and they were all bad people.
I mean, look at the complete lack of diversity in these armies.
Old white man. Old
Wow.
white man.
Not a
Gee.
single female soldier anywhere to be seen.
Well, Paris.
Yeah, but that's stretching the definition of soldier.
Yeah, I like this little bit of stress in terms of Agamemnon's like, this is bullshit. I'm here to fucking take you all, not just for a little fight. But Menelaus is like, no. I want the fight.
I won't give her up, and neither will you. So let us fight our own battle.
So let's cut her in half. And
I've always felt he says it so. Let us fight
I
our
call
own
dibs on the
battle.
bottom half.
By the way, this is such a moment of like Hector's like, Paris, please give me the controller. You're not good enough for this.
Yeah, like seriously, who is thinking that Paris is gonna win that fight? Like seriously.
Paris, this is our last save game slot.
No, I think I can take out
Hey,
the boss.
it's doing the sound drags.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, man. He's slicing through the air molecules with that sharp bronze sword.
But what did they bargain if Paris loses? Don't they have to like submit then to Agamemnon?
So let us fight our own battle. The winner takes Helen home. And let that be the end of it.
A brave offer, but not enough.
I didn't come here for your pretty wife. I came here for Troy.
Let me kill him. When he's lying in the dust, give the signal to attack. You'll have your city.
They're obviously lying. They were going to attack them regardless. I think what Paris said was that we end the war if you beat me, or something like that.
He's just like pummeling into submission, really.
He's like, I'm 3 times the size of this guy. Fuck. You know.
And it works. Like, you know, he can get away with telegraphing because Paris is so crap. And then Paris would telegraph because his just is crap. But I tell you what, his sword would be messed up bashing it against a shield like that. It's a bronze sword.
He learned to fight on a farm.
Oh my goodness.
I love that.
Yeah, I like
It's the thing, yeah.
There's my guy. There's my guy.
He's literally so much stronger than you.
Also, no music
know,
up until like this little thing here, but that was all no music, which helps a
No,
lot, I think.
I actually really like that fight scene.
Yeah.
That fight scene was done
it wasn't
well.
bad.
Like it conveyed the physicality of each opponent.
Yeah, a clumsy, unskilled person versus a big brute who knows he's a big dude who's super strong.
And he knows how to fight. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Paris
Menelaus
is a
is
total
like,
amateur.
at least vaguely experienced.
And
So
Orlando Bloom can play a wimp really well.
I totally buy into it.
oh, this part though.
Exactly, it's the worst.
Oh,
What you left me for?
he's so right. He is so right.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Look at that.
My dick is short, but it's very thick.
I just want to remind
Everyone
everybody.
is feeling the cringe.
He said that while wearing the Chad ? Helmet.
See, even the dad is upset. Come on, Paris.
Everyone's like, dude,
Man up.
this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
That armor did friggin' nothing!
Also, where was he going?
Why are you wearing it?
Where was he going with that strike? That strike looked like it was headed past Hector.
Both sides of the armor.
Yeah, right through.
Narratively, this is not what happens. Menelaus gets Helen and goes back to Sparta in the real
Boy,
the real story.
that must have been some furious hate sex.
That legendary yell.
They've assembled the Trojans have assembled their army outside the friggin' wall.
Get in, guys.
Yeah,
get in.
Are you retarded?
Get in.
But also, now the Trojans deserve it. They have a deal.
They
were going to fight to the death.
Oh,
Hector
What
broke
is he
it.
doing?
He's getting his sword.
What are you doing, you cock?
It's his dad's sword, I think. That's why it means a lot. but
This
that's
is
like-
my dad's
It's
sword.
important.
Can't you get it later?
All of these soldiers,
the
like,
sword's important.
wow.
Yeah,
Sword's
they're all
important.
about
It's very
to die.
symbolic.
Wasn't Achilles like chastising Agamemnon for not fighting the wars? But he's on the fucking like. He charged with these guys just now. I know he's angry because of the brother thing, but hey, Agamemnon's not that bad. Yeah, I suppose there wouldn't have been enough
look at 'em
time to get everybody back
They're
in.
very enthusiastic about this.
If they're behind the
Listen,
walls,
well-
what could have Agamemnon done?
Well,
but
yeah,
this
that's
is the thing. Like,
that
you can draw them in, right, and then hit them from behind with the archers.
Again, I don't
So
know
you
if
can-
the
you
film
can,
is.
like, then
I don't think they intended to have that, but I think Paris always intended to do the 1v1.
The range of those arrows wouldn't actually go further past. Like, look at the distance. They have. No, those bows will not reach that range. Okay, 200 paces is like.
These are
Where
Trojan
you said-
archers.
Rule of
They're
cool.
not friggin' longbows, okay?
See, any war movie needs boss battles, alright? Fucking hell.
whoa.
That I could imagine. It's like, okay, you might be.
Yeah, I
able to-
mean,
oh.
I even like how they shot
Oh,
it.
is that in the nuts? Did he just stab him right in the balls?
I'm sure it's above.
Right through with a
There you go, it's like in his belly.
Fuck me.
Hector, I'm saying there's a lot of parts on Ajax where he's not wearing armor. It's like they purposely aim for it. Taken down.
God,
Guys, no one
dude,
help me.
imagine the discussions from the men. Be like, did you see Hector fucking annihilate? He's like, yeah, I was so fucking cool. Do you see Paris? Like,
Yeah.
fucking Paris, dude.
Clown.
Little clown boy.
You have shields. Use them.
No.
Like, you know that these arrows are not new.
I think the shields are as effective as the chest armor.
Yeah, anyone know how Ajax died in the actual story, or?
No, Ajax lives until the very end of the Trojan War.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I don't know what to believe. This movie's taking me down a
movie's
dark
lying
path.
Hector and Ajax, they fight on
He commits
until...
suicide, apparently.
Oh. The only that makes sense. The only person strong enough to kill Ajax is Ajax.
That's exactly right.
I'm 300 years old. I want to die.
Man, it must be so lame to have to call a retreat, but you gotta when you gotta, right? Yeah, and everyone's cheering. Everyone did great. And Paris is like, yes, guys, yes.
Shut up.
We're all in this together, aren't we?
And to who do we owe the victory? It's fucking Hector, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's none of the rest of them watching on the walls. None of them killed Ajax.
He got 2 boss kills.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the first one was more of a cutscene.
Yeah, it was a bit of cutscene. Yeah,
He's like, I had to tap square at the right
His health
time.
bar didn't count during the cutscene.
Oh, he's definitely leveled up after this for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they chased them so far out. These guys
Don't
start shooting
over
back. It's
pursue.
like,
Yeah.
whoa.
It's like, yeah, surely the Trojans, out of all people, should understand the power of
Look
archers.
how far they chased them. Holy fuck, dude.
Guys, we've won. Calm down.
So
Goodbye.
they know how to
so
use their
they know what
shields.
shields work. Wow.
Yeah, the
How about
Trojans
that?
know. Shields. I assume it's for the audience, but I hate that guy. He's like, why aren't we chasing them? We're winning. It's like, 'cause they're fucking archers. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah. I will burn their city to the ground, brother.
Oh, come off. You want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
this is the,
I think he wanted it for himself.
Well, he does. He wants them to fight for him because I assume this is how Agamemnon got the big army anyway, by just like forcing the others to fight with him. So
That's how the movie started.
Was that
Yeah.
actually like with Achilles he was doing that, as in like the one-on-one fights?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that other guy.
Achilles was
If
like
we
his-
beat you,
No, I meant
Yeah,
like
if Achilles beats your guy,
historically,
you have to-
in terms of the source.
yeah, you have to fight for me and stuff like this.
Agamemnon looks like he's wearing a kilt on his body.
It does.
Like it
the
looks like
Trojans
tartan.
will submit to me.
Kilt on his body.
It does.
It's a body kilt.
Oh no, they're tossing her around. That's fucked up. I hope Achilles
Who wants to
rescues
play
her.
Throw the Woman? Yeah, I love playing Throw the Woman.
I almost want to talk about it immediately because it's so weird.
Oh shit.
This was
y'all
basically
are-
the purpose of Gamergate, you know.
There's always that one guy who takes things to the next level. It's like
I wanted to brand her. Can you
That's right, brand the women. Oh, a simp has turned up. Jesus.
Great.
You can't just go around branding women.
They're all tossing around raping, and one guy's like, "Let's brand her." They all look at him like, "What?"
Fuck.
And he's just like, "Oh, I thought I was in the moment." Yeah, no.
Thank you, Achilles. And also, I see you've cleaned this place up.
This is like the only woman that came that's like on the beach though. He's
Right,
got a-
so I just want to say let's look at it from her position a minute, right? This is Achilles is looking like a pretty good prospect, even though he's a weird creeper. Like, given her
it's
other
strange,
options,
If I were her,
Well,
I
he's
would
the
just be
toughest
like,
guy
the
in
other
the
guys
army.
were going to be really mean to her. So you know, like
That's
Dude.
true.
What are you hitting me
I
for?
mean-
I just saved you from being branded, you cunt.
Yeah,
I love that, though.
like,
Did you
if
catch
it's
it?
a choice between Brad Pitt and like someone branding you with a hot iron, like, oh, like,
Yeah, branded.
what's
with a
the
hot
average
iron.
woman gonna do? You know?
yeah.
Yeah, and often naked Brad Pitt gets to clean me up in private. Which one is?
Did you catch
which
he tried to
one?
use it twice. She kept pushing back, and he just threw it at her face.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You then.
Fine, you
It's like-
cunt.
Soldiers understand nothing but war. I pity them.
Trojan soldiers died trying to protect you. Perhaps they deserve more than your pity.
He's got a good point then. She was like
Yeah.
bagging
Yeah.
out soldiers. It's like, oi, soldiers died protecting you, you ungrateful.
Yeah. What has
Yeah,
Apollo ever done for you?
Yeah.
I like how she was like, "You're a great warrior," and he's like, "Well, you know, maybe."
Oh, pretty good. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but yeah.
I guess we could do a
I
poll.
did take the
I'm
beach
kind-
with 12 men. Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Do it.
Yeah.
Why are you such an idiot?
I feel like this is a weird moment. I remember this. It goes from
I'm like-
I'm gonna kill you to something completely different in a moment.
I'm like,
this
I
guy-
literally saved you from a branding 5 minutes ago. Why are you such a bitch?
The thing is, he's that much of a Chad. And he's like, yeah, you can hold a knife to my throat. I can turn this situation around.
So it's too.
I've still
really
got a
does.
boner.
Makes it more intense.
Yeah, this is what I'm into.
It's the
She
danger.
can't resist him.
Even when I first saw her, I was just like, wow, we changed the vibe pretty quick.
He's seen so much violence, that's the only thing that gets him up these days.
Wait, she's supposed to be a non-sex priestess person. You're ruining it.
Well, surely this must be the will of Apollo. It's what he wants, clearly.
She's probably paid to have sex with people.
Apollo's in the room like, yeah.
I would pay to have sex with Brad Pitt.
Let this happen.
That went on for a little longer than I think the
That did,
theatrical
yeah,
did.
that was... Yeah.
Who chose the
Now fuck
extended
my
cut,
heel.
Mauler?
Fuck my heel.
I have noticed with the director's cut or whatever this is that there's like lots of shots where they just hold for an extra few seconds. Yeah, not just new scenes or anything. They just
Listen, if you were the director of this and you had a naked Brad Pitt and this person on set, I mean, like, let him go for it. You know,
Hollywood probably has like just stacks and stacks of B-roll from all their, you know, sex scenes that are locked away. Harvey Weinstein's vault is just.
Oh yeah, he decides he wants to leave. I always found this really weird too. Hector got a double kill recently, and now he's like being celebrated. Wouldn't that be the one person that he really wants to kill now?
Yeah, I mean, his whole purpose for coming here was to find glory and immortality, and all he's done is like fight his way up a beach.
He's like, I got a woman now. I can go have a family.
Of all the kings of Greece, I respect you the most.
That means a lot considering there's like 6,000 kings of Greece apparently.
Whoa, thanks, dude.
Yeah, it's actually. Yeah.
I mean, I could totally see Achilles' man being like, going home. I mean,
Achilles' girlfriend's really annoying.
Yeah.
Home together. Oh, shit, more birds. Oh, fuck off.
If he mentions the fucking birds after everything I did.
We have consulted the bird shits, and it tells us we shall win.
Yeah, but I won because of me.
No, the birds.
Yesterday, the Greeks underestimated us. We should not return the favor.
That sounds like something that we could do that literally has no downsides to doing.
Yes,
but should we do it?
We hate rational
but
thought.
should we do it?
This is why we're not going to do it.
You, what did the bird say?
I'm going to count to 10, and on 10, everyone
Literally, I
jump
think
in the
that's
pool.
actually the dialogue here. He's like, what do the omens say? This is a bonehead move. Like, why would we go outside of our amazing city?
It's like, wow,
I love the
guys
we of it as well. Because Hector's just like, you mean me, don't you?
Yeah.
You're going to sit on the walls, and I'm going to go out there.
Seriously, if the Myrmidons knew about this, they'd be like, this is so lame, dude. Really?
You're such a fucking beta.
Brad Pitt's just like, oh, I want to brand you.
If only I hadn't interrupted the other night.
When I said I wanted you to mark my face, it's not what I meant.
War is coming.
Oh, here we go. Wouldn't they have had loads of
It's a
scouts?
good thing.
Wouldn't they have had loads of scouts to warn them about this?
Wait, wouldn't the fire go out when the arrows went into the sand?
Yeah.
Assuming
I
they'd
guess.
even be on fire,
No,
which they
fire
probably
arrows
wouldn't.
mostly go out when you loose
Yeah.
them from the bow. They're
Yeah.
that useless.
This is so unnecessary.
Set it on fire and then roll
This
it.
makes no sense.
Also, how would they
They're
set
like-
on fire this quickly?
Yeah, like they don't have stuff that like they have. Yeah,
Yes,
oil,
soaked in
but
petrol.
oil isn't friggin' napalm or something like
they're
that.
also-
It's like
And
No, the
Venice,
Trojans had the secrets of napalm back then.
they were clearly not covered in oil.
But Hector
they're
the Great
They're
General.
rolling through the stick things when they totally wouldn't.
yeah, like the
When they
stick
roll
things
straight
would have
into the
stopped.
stick things,
Oh no!
and then they're not going to go beyond them.
They make this so
Right.
like cataclysmic, and it's like, how? How is this happening?
Yeah.
How did we
These
get
things
here?
would
What
be
the
useless in real
exploding.
life.
How are these things launching through the air as well? How are they like going over
It's
walls?
implied that they go over like a little mountain and they just go.
Yeah, they actually roll down into a valley, then up over a hill,
And then they're
and then
exploding.
down into the
Someone-
the camp.
Because the scene like started with all the Greek scouts looking out, but they didn't do their job clearly.
Well, that's the big thing for me. I feel like you'd see these guys coming from ages away. Why wouldn't you have
Yeah.
scouts? Achilles would be aware this is happening by now, but apparently he like sneaks
Yeah,
through
but-
all of this. The thing that struck me as weird is like this is Achilles. If he heard this was happening, like our base is being attacked by an army. I feel like he'd be like,
Yeah,
oh,
they're
shit,
here.
dude. That sounds awesome.
Hey, look,
all
it's
those archers
Achilles.
that were in the front.
I was
yeah.
wrong. Achilles does
So-
show up.
I can understand Agamemnon having this insanely large army from all the kings that is coerced to fight for him, but where did the Trojans get such a... That army on the Trojans that we
Yeah.
saw in the previous scene
Well,
was just as big. It's
that wasn't
where
their
they
Look,
come
whole
all of the
army.
sticks have been burned. All of them.
That just means they're hard now. It's all that carbon in
One of
them.
them's still on fire. Guys, put it out.
from? Look at how many men the Trojans have. Whoa.
This is a kind of a
God's
tricky
blood.
one as well because there's not really much visual difference between the two armies, so you really can't tell who's fighting who.
And it's the shape of the shields, you see.
Yeah.
The Trojans have the square ones, and the Greeks have the roundy kind of
Well,
ones.
no, some of the Trojans have round ones too.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm confused. I'm
Don't
totally
being
confused.
go. Oh, boss fight already.
Oh, boss fight, boss fight.
Yeah.
And I like this because I feel like both armies would be like, guys, come on.
Yeah, but I could totally see it being the case. Like,
Yeah,
Achilles and Hector are fighting.
The only part that worries
I'm not
me
going
is
anywhere near Achilles
just
or
where
Hector.
the two armies line up. Like, if you're the two guys
fuck
standing
this.
next to each other, you'd probably be like, please don't stab me while we're watching this.
Look, the guys in the back are literally doing it.
Yeah, it's like the Christmas truce.
Huh. Hector's kicking Achilles' ass.
Didn't even see that.
Yeah, they're like,
Achilles
hang on,
is luring him in
something's
with a
wrong
false
with
sense of
Achilles.
security.
Oh.
Yeah, the cope. Go on, watch your cope now, Achilles fans.
Holy shit, Achilles has just died.
Wait, Achilles is looking a little thinner than usual.
Oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious,
Yeah.
Achilles has just been killed.
Dude, that guy was so into it.
You know what's weird though is that the camera was never in close on Achilles' face.
Oh my
Wonder
goodness
why.
gracious, he was
Strange.
always in a helmet.
Wait a minute. Just a moment here.
What could this mean?
Wait a second.
It's old man, young man.
Oh, I killed the
Oh, that neck. Eesh, that's
It's
good.
not a beautiful death, this. Why does he look gutted? It's like, well, you've still killed an enemy soldier.
I know. It's
Yeah,
like
but he wanted to kill Achilles. That's who he was after.
This is the thing. I could only imagine his guilt being this way if he knew exactly the context of what he's just done.
Well, he thought this young lad was Achilles, right?
Love how the whole war has just stopped as well.
Yeah, I
love
know.
it.
He is acting like with an I think they sell it because he was too young. He was like, it was
Yeah,
just
that
a
could
boy.
be it. I think his guilt matches what we know, which is like, oh, how tragic. Achilles' cousin fought in his place because he wanted to fight and he's been encouraged to, and he died for it. Like, that's really sad, but Hector wouldn't know that.
Also,
Yeah, it's not Hector's fault at all.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, Achilles is mad at Hector now, but Hector didn't really do anything wrong.
Dude,
I guess-
Hector's a
Yeah,
legend.
Hector did nothing wrong.
What's annoying is he does a really shit job of explaining himself later on.
Oh, I can't even remember.
How the fuck did the two armies like immediately stand
just
still
like-
as soon as the
I
fight
love the way-
started
Well,
off as well?
Yeah.
This is the thing. The
What
fight,
about the guys that are 400 meters down the beach still fighting?
this fight was like a portion of that battlefield, a very small
this guy-
portion.
Why was this one death enough to make everyone be like, oh shit, lads, this has gone too
just-
far.
Also, this
we
is-
need to back
Imagine-
it down.
This is
Imagine
very,
you're fighting with some Trojan guy, and then some guy yells behind, guys, you got to stop. And you're like, what? Hector
Yeah,
killed
what?
Patroclus. And everyone's, oh, what?
I don't
Why
care.
did you do that?
Also, look at this smile.
Acting like some war crime was committed. I was like, what? You one guy died in a battle? Shocking.
Yeah, also, apparently Achilles was like, yo, don't fight, and he didn't even, like, care about anything that was happening, to the point where this is all brand new to him. I just find it all very contrived. It's like, all right,
When he goes in that tent, the whole world just shuts out like beneath him.
Yeah, there's like, half his army's getting annihilated, and he's like, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't need to get
it's
involved
so
in this one.
strange, because I don't think that we have the information to justify, like, why he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
His reaction to Patroclus dying is he has shown no affection to Patroclus, and Patroclus has been nothing but an annoying little turd the whole time.
Hey, they trained
like-
together, and he was like, "You're coming along, Patroclus. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great."
Now, I could be
I
wrong,
don't
but
believe
in the Odyssey, were they not lovers?
Probably not. This narrative has been much overhyped, in my opinion.
You brought him here to kill me!
No!
Let her go, Anakin!
Oh no, he's doing an
Full on
Anakin.
Anakin Skywalker. Yeah. Jesus.
I hate sand.
It gets everywhere.
That dude was choking on the sand. He's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, his reaction to me, it's hard. It doesn't sell for me because there's been no true bonding. Like, Patroclus has just been annoying the whole time and getting in, Achilles' way.
I also think that we needed to do more work to justify Achilles going from full-on war mode to "Nah, I'm good now" to back to full-on war mode made sense of Patroclus, but going away from it, I was like, "Oh, okay."
He got laid, and then he was immediately just like, meh. I'm
Also,
passive now.
another piece of evidence that Hector's amazing. He's already preparing that they need to find a way out of Troy because he knows what's going to happen.
This is
now.
the secret path outlet, yeah.
We're gonna lose. I killed Achilles'
Because we might
cousin,
lose?
bro.
Why are you telling me this?
Because, like, have you listened to these dudes at the pool party? They listen to bird guts. They're fucking nuts.
I'm the one who needs to fucking take the bullet.
I'm doing everything I can.
Listen to me. Literally every person in command of our city is insane. I'm the only person who's trying to hold it together.
Birds say we must burn our left shoes and then quack like ducks. The gods demand it.
Hector's like, they're so stupid that if I was dead, they'd probably let some kind of fucking like horse filled with people in here or some shit. Like, who knows?
I am trying to drag the king kicking and screaming into a
That's
W.
such a good
but
line,
it's just not
Morla.
happening.
That's the joke of the thing, man. I'm telling you, that's brilliant. Everyone's basically got to be like, yeah, imagine how upset Achilles is. Fuck Achilles, he's a dick.
I always interpreted this scene as they're all just like, thank
don't
fuck
like that
he's
guy.
going to stop fighting again. Let's all pretend to care about Patroclus so he'll
Yeah.
stop fighting
Oh,
with
I'm
us.
so sad
Listen,
about him.
I'm not going to be the one guy there who yawns in front of Achilles' funeral. For his,
But it is
his
getting on
homeboy
Achilles, and we've been fighting all
That's a
day,
lot of
and I'm just
effort.
knackered.
Oh, see, this breaks my heart. Look, he's got his little son there. He knows we're all boned.
He's the only guy making sensible decisions. He's the only responsible person. He's been doing all of the right things. He's been winning battles and conquering. He keeps killing enemy heroes, and yet he's the guy.
Hey, if Paris is such a wimp, he wouldn't be able to shoot a heavy bow at all, all right? He's not a good archer.
And what does Paris do? The only thing he does is attack strawmen all day. He's worthless.
Very good. Why does Achilles need armor? It's literally just his heel that's vulnerable. You'd be wearing armor-plated boots, and that's it.
He's just got one giant, like, iron...
One metal shoe.
Big left boot.
I was watching this with my dad. I was like, why don't they just shoot him? And my dad was like, it's like an honor thing.
It's like, well, Hector, the script says you've got to go out there.
No, let him go.
What can we do?
It's like, wow, you guys are dicks up there. Jesus
I don't
Christ,
care. I
cool
want
it.
Hector to
You are
live.
such
Shoot
little
away.
bitches. You little bitches.
The Greek army's not there. Nobody else is there to witness it, so they could just totally gun him down with arrows and then make up any lie they want. It's like, oh yeah, Hector totally kicked his ass one-on-one.
Yeah, they just have to pull out all the arrows to give his body back first.
Yeah.
And Hector on the wall is like, to be fair, there's a lot of Hectors in Troy, really.
There's one other Hector's like, dude, I will do it. You're a legend, okay?
He's like, I have terminal cancer anyway. I'll go. It'll be fucking me.
Hector
It's
knows
like,
what he
by
has
the
to do,
way,
and he's
there's
going to
like
do it.
no
Here you
reason.
go.
You fucking asshole.
You're the best. Fuck you, Paris.
I hate you,
piece of
Paris.
shit.
Should have just let him kill you.
It's like, shut up!
Baby's upset by the
I wonder
Hector
what
yelling.
I wonder what they did on set to make the baby cry.
Yeah, it's like prick him with like a pin or something. Like,
fucking throttle it until he cries. Oh my god.
Fucking thought.
He just flips her off, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's got the balls to be the last person he sees.
I know.
The fuck? I don't want to see you.
I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved.
Gave him the honor of your sword.
He was trying to kill me.
Also, you do that to
He's suffering.
everyone.
yeah, it was like, dude, it was a fucking war, not a tickling contest. What did you expect?
This is a bit of a like, you're being kind of an ass. Just saying. Like,
Yeah.
They
I
changed
do
the
like this
music
fight scene though.
for
You
the
didn't do the jumping
extended
thing. You should have done the
version.
jumping thing.
Yeah, they have.
I like the music in the original version. It's much better. This is much more like contemplative. It's really actiony and
Yeah, it was drums, wasn't it?
yeah, the drums really make it work in the original.
It's kind of nice to see guys fighting with like spears and shields instead of swords. Like it's kind of a bit different.
He also
trying to
uses
be
the spears
creative.
for poking.
Wow, he
lot of
sliced
the
that
moves-
spear with his shield.
A lot of the moves are bullcrap, but they're trying to be creative, and so I was like, okay, it looks real good. So.
Well, hey, bit of nostalgia. This was one of the first things we covered when we first met you, Shad, or at least when I first met you.
Hey, yeah, that was.
It comes full circle.
Wow, he would have screwed up the tip of his sword with that hit.
Poking him with the sword boosted him that far back while having his shield up. Like that's how strong Achilles is, apparently. Like, fuck
Maybe
off.
if I hold my shield
Achilles,
behind me.
you're holding your. The shield doesn't go there.
It's like the worst possible. It's the worst possible way to hold a shield. How did you do that?
He has a sunburn on his neck. He's just trying to protect it.
That would have
See, he did the power move and it didn't kill
He
Hector.
did the jumpy thing. Hector, why are you holding your shield down?
Ooh, we got a hit on you.
Wow,
Was that the
armor worked.
armor blocking it, like, or was he just not close enough?
Oh,
That move was really weird because Achilles could have stabbed him that whole time and then.
Oh,
no,
Dar,
he
who
tripped.
put this rock here, guys?
Was it birds? Was it your stupid fucking
bet it was
bird?
Paris.
Wow.
At first, you might be like, "What are the odds?" But then Achilles says, "I won't let a stone steal my glory." It's like, "Hey, cool."
I like the movement, like how Brad Pitt is moving with that, distinct style. It works well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost robotic, but in a good way. Like it's mechanical.
Well, it's like a
Practiced.
dance, really, isn't it? The way he's doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's just zero fucks given. That guy's totally
Like
in
he's
control of that fight.
Just a combat machine.
Just disarms him.
Right through the armor. This ticks me off so much. Like,
Yeah. Why am I wearing this?
That probably wasn't even like the most force you could get out of a stab. The way he held it there, putting one hand on.
Well, I
the
mean,
back
he's got both hands in it, and he's got
yeah,
pressing
but like,
down on the
you see how
hilt.
his primary hand was like underhanded rather than stabbing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shad would know better than I would. Feels like he could have had more force if he did it another way, but it looked really cool. That's the point.
Yeah.
Also,
more
Miss
planned and
Hector should be
practical.
going, bitch, don't you even touch me.
Yeah.
I want to
touch me,
see.
whore.
I want to see Mrs. Hector throw her off the fucking tower. Just be like, fuck. Yeah, you should all be upset. You just lost the MVP. He was like the whole reason you guys were.
Why are
living.
you not ordering your archers to open fire now, though?
I think it makes sense to not shoot him in an honor way, but if he's stealing the body, fuck him.
And,
Yeah,
and
like,
taunting
shoot that
him,
guy.
that's desecrating the body in front of
Yeah.
everyone. It's like
I
the
would be
biggest
like,
middle
yeah,
finger.
fucking light him up. Shoot him. Shoot him with arrows. Shoot this dick with arrows.
Did you,
fell back.
did you just faint?
Yeah.
So in a way, this is kind of Priam's fault for accepting Helen. He could probably have stopped this by just rejecting Helen.
Oh yeah, this whole
Yeah.
situation is just a cavalcade of errors made by
The
people.
only person who didn't make any fucking mistakes was Hector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
what-
honestly, I'm
well-
saluting. You can't say it, but Godspeed, Hector.
Yeah,
You're
but-
the man.
He did make a mistake in choosing to go out and fight.
I mean,
Well,
in the last
mistake
battle.
in-
It
Yeah,
was
he
honor, but he didn't have to. He could have just said,
Yeah, he didn't
"I'm
have
yours."
to defend his honor from anything. That's the thing.
There's a part of me that feels he kind of did have to.
I don't.
It's just that
define as
everyone
a
else put him in this
mistake rather than-
ridiculously bad position.
Yeah, like he knew. It seemed like he knew he was gonna lose, but it was just a matter of like, it has to
Yeah.
be done on
I
principle.
just
Well,
got
it's
it
a
because I
matter of
got
honor,
it.
isn't it?
If he had to do it to redeem himself in some way, like if he had made a mistake that led him here, sure, but he hadn't done anything wrong.
I think he.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Honestly, I'm with Zorg from Fifth Element on this one when he was like, "Honor's killed millions of people. It hasn't saved a single one." It's fucking true, man.
Good point.
Wow, it is bright in here.
Everybody's all about that. It's the moon. The moon can be bright. Racist.
Isn't there a
It's
roof?
not an effective way to sharpen a sword.
I think swords around Achilles would just sharpen themselves out of sheer fear.
Yeah.
This is
So
what
he
we
wa-
call a risky move. Oh,
What do you want for Christmas, young
I don't
boy?
swing that way, bro. How did he get
yeah.
here?
How did you get in here?
I know my own country better than the Greeks.
Why are there no scouts?
Well, we've established how worthless the Greek scouts are. It's within continuity.
That's true. I've only got one shit son to live for now.
My only son is Paris. Death is a relief.
The son I liked is dead, you prick.
I know. The other one's worthless. He
Yeah, now
fucking
the
hell,
only
he's a
living son I have
liability.
is that asshole Paris.
He's gonna be like, Paris would make like a macaroni art and bring it to him. He's just like, this is what I mean. It's like Achilles won't acknowledge, like, what did Hector do, bro? Like, what? He killed a guy who was trying to kill him. What do you want him to do?
Achilles, now the problem of making sensible decisions falls on your shoulders.
You might even say it
Everyone's
falls on his
fucked.
heel.
Wow.
Interesting fact, actually, Brad Pitt tore his Achilles tendon doing the fight scenes in this movie. And he was out of action for
Irony.
like a few weeks. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, fucking hell. That's probably awful, actually.
Sorry about stabbing you, bro.
Thing is, he looks like exactly that kind of person who uses the word bro.
Except he
just
says it
looks
like a surfer. Like, dude, I'm sorry about stabbing you, bro. That was like totally rude of me.
You killed my cousin, though. And he's like, well, your cousin was pretending to be you, bro.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. But that fight you guys had, it was totally tubular.
You guys do that accent way too good.
Dude, the amount of
you
people
really
right
do.
now who are probably aware that King fucking Priam is like right there. Look at all these guards. Oh, this is some huge. It's like that's the fucking king of the enemies.
Well, these are the Myrmidons though. They're loyal to Achilles.
True, but you could think one of them might be like, oh, if I just stabbed him.
But if Achilles finds out, and they've shown that they're pretty loyal to Achilles more than Agamemnon.
I mean, it's just like, yeah, imagine if we took this guy hostage and like we negotiated the surrender of Troy.
You've got to remember that Achilles is an unhinged madman who's just been crying over the body of the guy he killed in cold blood. So,
Yeah, this
like,
guy,
if
I'm just gonna stand silently over here.
Is it beyond the realms of possibility that if I kill King Priam, he kills me? You know, it's like, yeah, no, he probably will.
So if that guy's a better king, like, is there honor keeping Achilles fighting for Agamemnon? Do you reckon he could have just switched sides saying, hey, I like you better?
Oh, dude,
I think they're in
I
two
think
groups.
after killing Hector in front of the entire army, he's probably gonna have a tough time switching sides.
In fairness, Priam doesn't do much in terms. He just makes the final decision, right? The other guys
Well,
come
okay,
up with the ideas.
I mean,
It's
it's really
really
the
the birds.
alternatives. You know, what you can do? Put Paris in charge of the fucking army.
There's plenty of
No, the
Altmans.
birds in charge.
The birds
now.
are in charge. Stop yelling.
I'm so glad they put it
Who chose that to be the music? Do people just assume that's what the Trojans must have sounded like?
Well, what do you
It's
think
just
they
the
sound
standard
like?
fill in the blank old historical. Oh, you're the one responsible for this.
Do you think it started with Gladiator, the Gladiator music?
Oh, it could have been, yeah.
I don't know. I'd be curious to know what film started that trend of women random
this
wailing.
Is the thing. Lisa Gerrard, the composer for the music for Gladiator, was no joke my neighbor when I grew up.
Whoa.
Like she lived down the road, and she's the composer of the music Gladiator.
Did you often
she
hear
started
her
it.
yelling and stuff when you were getting groceries? And everything?
Well, that's how I knew to wake up 8 o'clock a.m. every morning.
Maybe like
nice
stay.
wooden horse there.
Oh.
Oh, it's giving me an idea.
What if he'd been carving like a naked woman or something? Like this could have played out really differently.
It's a gift from Aphrodite.
Ooh. Imagine the writers want to justify how he came up with this idea. So the guy's like, I'm making this for my kid. Imagine a big one. You could probably sit inside it. Lots of people, in fact, could probably sit inside it. Because seriously, right?
Thanks.
Gonna be honest with you guys, if he suggested this, I'd be like, that's a really dumb plan. That's never gonna work.
Oh no, summer vacation is totally ruined.
They see that they've got plague, or at least they say it. So is the plague fake or real? Did they give them makeup in terms of in
Yeah,
universe? 'Cause
I'm not sure.
they're trying to fake having the plague, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can
No,
really
Si,
give
it's
them
only
makeup back
makeup.
then.
Hang on.
There's a couple things, right? First of all, is it a lie because they're actually in the horse? And if so, that means they gave everybody plague makeup, and they hoped that nobody would check it. Secondly, if it actually is plague, shouldn't they stay the fuck away from these bodies?
Yeah.
Yes.
But like,
I'm not sure the plague was even around at that time.
Like, fucking hell, Priam and a bunch of the huge leaders, they're all just here. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Careful, dudes.
I think we should burn it.
Burn it, my prince. It's a gift to the gods.
Wow, Paris.
These guys are definitely in the vulnerable category. They're like over 70, so they should definitely stay away.
Paris actually had a good idea for once, though.
Dude, imagine somebody in the horse fired. You'd be like, oh no.
But he goes, I mean, nay.
It
In
was
the
like
story, they covered their armor in like cloth and stuff so it wouldn't bang around and make noise.
not one guy just said, let's take a closer look at this horse, shall we? Just make sure there's nothing inside.
It takes a little bit for me to believe it. I feel like I would have a look-see, and I don't know if that's because of the fact that I'm aware of the story or because of the fact that I would just have a look around and see what it is.
But it's a cool-looking horse, all things considered.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
They did a good job with what they had.
What if they set it on fire as a tribute to Apollo? Oh, fuck.
This could have gone wrong in so many ways.
Oh, it was makeup,
Hey.
yeah. Because he licks it
fucking
up.
dog
It's that dog.
Did he like sail
That's a
over
different dog.
with the
That's a
ships?
different dog.
They just
Different
left their
dog.
dog.
See, look, it was
Nom, nom,
makeup
nom.
the whole time. It's probably poop.
Oh,
It was
fuck's sake.
really.
It's probably
That
jam.
was really convincing
No.
makeup for the time.
And then this part really annoys me.
And also, like, wouldn't you have burned those bodies or
Look
something
at that.
like?
They had no one scouting the shoreline.
That's retarded.
So they didn't seal it up. You could have
Yeah,
just
so,
peeked
I
in
mean,
and had a look.
It's
We didn't
all-
have any guards watching it.
It almost feels like they didn't have to try too hard. It's like, you all know this story. This is how it goes. And you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
this is
know.
just what happens. Just accept it. We didn't stretch it to try and make it believable. Just fucking
Man.
go for it.
So
Wow,
some of
look
those
at all
guys
these palm
must
fronds.
have
Some of
needed
these
to
are
go to the
nice.
toilet. So they've
No,
clearly
everyone
crapped
they
and peed
pooed
in
before
there
they
at
got in the
times.
horse.
Yeah, they had to hold it if they needed. If someone just was near a bell and they just have an eye on it, they're like, oh my god, invaders, because they don't ring the bell for ages.
We know Troy was a city, right? Is the Trojan horse, though, just an apocryphal tale that just was added in with all the other embellishments?
We have no idea.
Yeah, because man, Trojan horse, like that is a classic piece of just great idea in terms like translation of an idea quickly.
I would guess it's an embellishment for some kind of trick that they used to get in and open.
Yeah,
gates.
like there was a wooden horse involved in some way, probably, maybe, and so it got turned into.
Well, see,
like
what they're doing, this is one of the key things that how many armies overtook both castles and cities, is sneaking someone in and opening a door somewhere. Like, it happened more often in a lot of battles.
There's no one awake in that city, man.
I know. There's no one paying attention.
They're just
again,
ridiculously
scouting.
overconfident.
Scouting in both teams is pathetic.
Anyone on the walls watching?
In their defense, there are actually like known historical examples of this kind of thing. This is how the Persians took Babylon. The Persians were besieging Babylon, and the Babylonians were like, "You're not getting in here." And then they went and had a festival. Everyone got drunk, and the Persians basically dammed up the river, lowered the length of it so they could like crawl in under the walls that were built across the river, and that was it. They were in and they took the city without a fight.
That is pretty fucking smart, to be fair. Like
sneaky
lowering the
tactics.
level of the river to get through the walls.
Wow,
He's
really
going!
making sure that-
He went to town.
Really half-heartedly hitting
They're
them
getting
there.
right into the raping. Damn.
You know
Some
what?
people
Take
just
it while
really
you
love
can, I
rape.
suppose.
These are the people you want to take as slaves. You kill the soldiers, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure these people are more than ready to just go about their lives under their new king. They probably just don't give a shit, really.
They're like, I'll be on
Most
your
people
team.
like,
I'll be
oh
on your
no, a
team.
new
And-
king.
Oh wow,
Wow.
They're going for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
wow, holy
jeez!
Wow!
Oh, I hate
They
babies.
keep hanging people.
Another one.
Oh my
Trojans!
Jeez, the babies.
Shut up, bitch!
dick! Oh my god!
They've got
They
post-
really cut some serious stuff
got some
out of this
post-birth abortions.
cinematic release.
Jeez.
All right, we're
so
gonna
what did,
throw
what
them
did
on
the
3,
Trojans
2,
ever
1,
do to the
go.
Greeks, though? Like, what did they do to deserve this?
They had,
How many
well,
babies did you throw? I threw like 4.
Dude, did you brand any baby?
There are historical accounts of when a city falls that just gets gutted and everyone inside is slaughtered. But it didn't happen every time, but it certainly happened sometimes. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, like, surely it's better and it's more in your interest to capture the place intact because, you know, it's going to support your army. You want to get the city.
Well, Agamemnon did say
I will burn the city to the ground.
he did mention he wants this place burning.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be
he
this
wanted
better
them to
interest to
fight for
keep
him,
it like in good condition.
Oh no, they set their own horse on
Throw
fire.
every baby you see.
Let it burn! Let Troy burn! I promise you, burn it! Put it alone!
Oh yeah, there he is. I promised you, brother. And his brother's looking, I guess, up from the underworld, and he's like, "Yeah, but like the baby throwing."
He just woke up. He's like, oh, so oh fuck.
Oh, hello, Paris.
This is all
Oh,
yours.
All right, Paris.
Hello,
Hi,
Helen.
Helen.
Man.
Having a good day, are we?
Oh, good.
Glad you guys are up.
Yeah.
This feels weird to me. Achilles' whole goal is to save the priestess girl. That's why he's
Yeah.
here.
Really?
Yeah.
Achilles, anyone you kill at this point is basically like the other guys throwing the babies. Like, the only person who could have held a candle to you was Hector, and you've already killed him, so yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm very English
What?
compared
I
to the
don't
rest of
know.
them.
He's got an English accent now.
I'm from Troy. I don't know.
I find it so bizarre. He's desperately searching for her. Like, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if Paris and Achilles will cross paths.
What are you, the prince of now, you little shit?
Was she worth it? Was she worth it?
Yeah, you picked a great time to become a hero, Paris.
God, he's so hateable.
All right, here. I need you to take the sword and go find Carthage and do better than I did. All right, good.
I just handed the sword of Troy to this guy.
Oh, that makes it better. As long as one Troy person has a sword. No, that doesn't make it better, you.
Yeah, you held a sword, Paris, and what fucking good did that do?
Are they just trying to push the door open? I'm not sure that.
All
would
right,
work
they had us in the
normally.
first half, team.
Oh, look, he took one shot. He's already fucking legging it.
Full on Legolas mode now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so. These are the first. Yeah, that was the first guy he ever killed. Like he's pushing the
Be a
arrow
coward.
into the air.
He
Save
actually
yourself,
leaves.
as you did before.
He does!
Paris, yeah, Paris, save
Boss
yourself.
fight.
He's like, you bet. Yeah, yeah.
No argument here.
That's all I
I'm good
needed.
at.
No.
Oh,
Ned
has
killed
to
the
lose
Lord
the
Commander.
friggin' armor again. They're consistent with it. Bloody hell! Out again.
And again, both sides of the armor.
Is this armor making it easier for the sword to go through?
It probably just makes you more uncomfortable and slower.
Fuck him up, Priam. Do it.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh well.
Nope.
Wow. By Agamemnon personally.
Everyone else knew it was him, so they just left him for him.
Wow, what a dick.
Finish him.
I wanted you to watch your city burn.
He did.
Yeah.
Spare the innocent.
Nobody's innocent.
Nobody.
Those babies they were throwing, nobody's
I was gonna
innocent.
say, I've already had several babies thrown, so I don't know.
It's like, yeah, about that. It's a bit late.
Have an image to uphold, okay?
There'd be no point in doing
Deserves
it now.
got nothing to do with it. Oh, I thought you'd be here at your favorite statue. Ow, no, ah.
Fetch the brand! Sorry, sir, I have a pocket brand right here.
It's a travel brand. Take it wherever you go.
Yeah, travel brand.
Go, Achilles, save the girl.
You think those guards would notice?
I think they're looking away because they find him so creepy.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to have to watch this.
There's one thing I don't approve of, bro. It's branding women.
That's why I draw the line. I'm okay with throwing babies.
Yeah, that's why I draw the line.
Fine.
The guards still haven't done anything. They don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, Agamemnon was a dick.
Get the brand!
Ah, good. Now we get to brand her.
Oh,
jeez.
No fucking right there.
Sorry, NPCs.
Aren't you on our side? What the fuck?
I'm so
Oh
confused.
no! Oh no! Here
That
it
guy on the
comes.
beach was right. You are a very confusing leader. Oh, like, bro.
See, you're not dead yet. That was just the heel. You can
You'll be okay.
still
That's
move,
not a
you
fatal
know?
wound.
This is a career-ending injury.
See,
The armor fucking useless.
yeah.
Why not?
If Paris can shoot through the armor, it is absolutely useless.
1v1 me, you prick. Get closer.
I'm not.
No, Paris knows his strengths. Okay, he's not gonna get anywhere
Maybe
near.
if I stay far away and do cheap shots, I can have a positive KD.
Don't. If he doesn't, Achilles is going to gut him like a fucking fish.
Not to mention, this guy killed my brother. Fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
yes, it was my fault, but still.
Are you sure that's not a bow of healing?
I wouldn't say it was the heel that killed him in that exchange. I'd say it
Oh
was the
yeah,
arrows.
the bow of healing. Yeah.
Yeah,
They have that little like
Achilles-
voiceover at the end. It wasn't his heel. It was actually the bloodloss.
It was
The massive
extreme.
internal damage.
That was the 3 arrows into his chest cavity.
It'd be so funny if Paris went right up to it and just executed him with an arrow straight to the face.
He keeps
Or
saying
he was like
no.
still shooting arrows into him, and he's just carrying on the conversation.
I gotta
He's
make
like,
sure
"Kiss-
he's dead.
kiss
This guy
me
has
before I
10
die."
hot buttons.
Yeah. Once you get to the 5th arrow, it's just like it's just window dressing at that point.
Yeah.
Don't let them brand you.
Man, I'm quite invested in this payoff here with these two.
Yeah, they had the best on-screen romance ever.
Yeah, I'm not really invested in their relationship. It was like Stockholm syndrome. You know,
This
it's
scene,
just-
you have to think about the awkward this is. Paris is like, oh, you guys have a thing. He killed Hector. Like, you, yeah.
you know,
And they're just both like, shut up, Paris. No one has any room to talk here less than you do.
This is what I mean. This whole scene is just awkward. Those two hate him and think he's pathetic. He hates Brad Pitt. She loves Brad Pitt. Hector died. It's all over the place.
It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, like I think by the end of this, you'd be like, oh, I'm so confused. I
It's
just
just an
wanna go to
emotional
bed."
spider web. Paris, you're a dick.
that was not his heel that brought him down then. It would not have been the famous Achilles heel.
I don't know
thing.
how
Like,
you
what-
could make it so.
Oh,
that
it's because
only-
the arrow's still there. People rock up. It's like, oh, what killed him? I
Hey,
think it
why
was
does
the
that
arrow
guy
in
have
his heel.
Yeah, there's like the guy doing the autopsy. He's like, oh, there's like a whole bunch of other. No.
No,
No,
it was, it was this arrow in the heel. That's what killed him.
Yeah. We should go get that guy who killed Achilles.
Where'd he go?
And if anyone's with him, we're gonna brand him.
So all the soldiers are completely confused now because all kings and all generals died on both sides. It's like, well, what now?
We could try democracy, I guess.
The guy with syphilis is like, finally, my time.
My
The last king.
I've been waiting the whole movie for this.
Stop the baby
It
throwing.
is funny. Everyone died but Sean Bean. Like, wait a minute.
They're
It's
acting
like-
all sad, and it's like, guys, you're the ones who did that to the city. Don't.
No, they're sad about Achilles. They don't care about the babies and stuff.
Oh, the baby.
Fucking hate babies.
His little arms still like go.
It's all right because some people survived.
I'm glad
hang
Helen
on,
and Paris got to be together. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Even-
Thank
Least worthy people.
fuck
Even in
that.
fucking death, Paris is the beneficiary of his brother's good decisions.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It is unreal. Paris is just so hateable in this film.
Oh, what Hector back.
Dude, Hector's wife is not going to be friendly to anyone.
I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. Why Hector did nothing wrong.
Who the fuck is claiming he did anything wrong? I'll kill him.
yeah.
Hector is just Greek Boromir.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just have
Speaking of
how
Boromir.
it should have ended?
Sean Bean
for
looks
this movie?
confused, like, I'm still alive, what do I do now?
Yeah.
You'll like trip over and fall into the fire or something. Like, oh shit, I almost made it.
In the time of Achilles.
He wasn't the only one. There was others. Ajax.
Hey.
Ajax was cool. He killed cavalry.
I need a baby throw count.
David
Oh,
Baddiel.
Achilles
Oh,
will return
no.
in Avengers Odyssey.
David.
Dun, 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 dun.
Inspired loosely by Homer. It's just allegedly inspired by Homer.
Maybe.
I've read the Iliad, and there is significantly less branding in it.
Well,
Oh,
that's
boo.
the Iliad's
Oh,
loss.
so-
Where does the Iliad stand on baby throwing though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro, actually.
Bro. Bro, baby throwing.
We did it. That was a long film.
I really enjoyed it. Though, to
certainly
be honest.
was.
Yeah, that was
I-
3 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah,
in
that
terms
was
of
fun.
like the extended cut, like I really don't think it added much. It just felt like scenes were stretched out more rather
think
than
this
new
is the
stuff
case.
being added.
Yeah, there was just
Right,
a
mate.
little bit of extra time with
There was more rear ends, more Brad Pitt eating nuts.
I
There
might just claim I think the
they
theatrical's probably
butchered the
better.
music in the best fight scene in the film,
Yeah.
and there was more
Yeah.
baby killing.
Theatrical's probably better, which is
I
rare.
think the theatrical's better.
Because this is the director's
This one
vision, I
was,
imagine.
man, this one was a lot more violent with that, whole
sack.
slaughtering the city side.
there's a lot more gore.
baby killing. It's like, whoa, okay.
A lot
Stuff
of the-
like that did happen. I'm not saying
He's
that.
like,
yeah, like,
all right, actor, just throw this like it's a baby. And like, wait, what? You know, like if it was a baby, how you throw it.
Some other actor. I've been training this for years.
You're really good at throwing babies. How did you get so good?
I mean, they really had it down like it was like an expected thing. Like, you get a baby, well, you have to find the nearest fire and just throw it straight in.
What do you do when you find a baby? Throw it somewhere.
I
I
think the
distinctly
gore.
remember there being less rape in the original version.
Yeah, the
as well.
gore, the rape, the baby throwing, and the branding. Not as much in the theatrical version. Not as much. Clearly the best parts of the movie.
I tell you, that fight between Achilles and Hector is fucking brilliant, though. Like,
Pretty cool.
got to give it its credit. It's aged well, in my
I'm
opinion.
a little annoyed
It
that the
has.
music changed still. I'm a little...
Man,
Yeah.
I tell you what though, this has so much armor stabbing out of any film. Like I can't.
The
I'm
armor was
actually
useless.
finding one that was.
Is there a time in this
wow.
film that armor protects someone from something? I guess when Hector slices...
Achilles.
No,
Yeah.
that
The
was
slash.
when he wasn't close enough. That was just like a
Yeah.
close call.
Yeah, that wasn't even that the
that
armor
wasn't
did
the
anything.
armor.
really.
Yeah, it was like he pinned the blade between his shield and his chest armor.
Yeah, but then when he
I feel like
crosses
if it
this, the thing, right? That's when he's not quite close enough to slash him, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if
but
the armor
just
wasn't
peels
there, it
apart
would've
like it's
been-
made of tissue.
You just have to believe in this universe that all of the armor is actually just t-shirts. They're not actual armor.
Yeah, they're just uniforms. So you know that your guys are your guys, and they're not like those guys. You know who's who.
See,
out there.
it wouldn't be that difficult to recut some of the fight scenes so that like when people get stabbed, it's like kind of under the arm or something, like in a gap in the arm or something
Well, you'd
like
think
that.
that's
But
what
it's
would
like
make-
it makes a real point of showing like blades just going straight through chest
Yeah.
armor.
right in the middle, and you see the blades poking out the other end.
And you'd think that's what would give Achilles his edge, is that he's like able to move around weaknesses in armor. Like that's why he's so good.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Troy. Been a
That
while.
was fun. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, actually.
It was more fun than Ghostbusters, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I agree.
Who
I'll
could you
qualify
cheer
that
for
by
in
saying
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters 2016, I should say.
Well, that was fun.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
Enjoyed watching Troy.
What do you think
movie
overall?
TM.
What do you reckon? Good, great,
So-
bad, what?
It was a mix. There was some good stuff
Yeah.
in there. There was a lot of funky stuff, a lot of weird stuff. Very mixed.
I would give
Yeah,
this like
a
6
lot
out
of
of
characters-
10 overall.
Yeah,
Like
a lot of characters make some dumb decisions, but there are dumb people in the world, and so you could see actual people being that stupid at times. So
I think-
it's all right.
I think you've got the challenge of trying to adapt some fantastical story like the Iliad, and sort of keep to the events of that, but weave it into a fairly grounded movie that's meant to be kind of believable. It's always going to be a challenge, and like that's kind of what they struggle
man,
with in this movie.
adapting the Trojan horse, I'd be like, this will be tough. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that fundamentally unsatisfying knowledge that Paris is still alive at the end. It's like the character
not
which
deserve it.
absolutely should have died.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad Helen and Paris got to be together.
Yeah,
The true relationship of the movie.
Yes.
Pricks.
Yeah, I think the shittest thing is just the characterization of Achilles most of the time with what he's just chilling in a tent half the film.
I don't remember being as frustrated with his like interest in stupid priestess girl. Like he's really obsessed, and it's like I don't know that they really earned that.
Yeah, he took a fancy to it. He didn't rape her, and all of a sudden that's like now they're in a relationship.
Like he's willing to.
It's like that really old-fashioned fairy tale concept of like people who just fall in love at first sight. Like just they've just been put in the room together with each other and they're madly in love straight away.
I hate when that happens.
It was like total Stockholm syndrome, where she's like,
Are you saying you've never had that where you sit down, you're on the bus or something, you sit down next to a woman and she looks at you in fear and then she's like, oh, you didn't rape me? And you're like, no, of course not. She's like, right, we're marrying tomorrow. It's like, oh, fuck.
I know you're one of the good ones. If you don't
yeah, exactly. She hands you a brand and you're like, oh, Jesus.
It's like, I know what to do.
Do you brand?
I'm a virgin.
Hey, they call me Brand Pitt.
Oh.
I know.
When you hit 18, it's like they give you your brand.
You're not a man until you branded your first wench.
Give you a lighter, and it's on you to find a better fire source, like burning babies and stuff.
So I'd give this like a 700 out of 1,000 ships, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Because like I actually have to say, despite all of the nitpicks and like, oh, what a stupid decision, I really enjoyed watching the film. Like it
was fun to watch.
Yeah, right. It was a really fun experience, and I was actually quite invested in the characters. So
I like
in a war.
I really like Hector. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hector's awesome.
But even then, I liked watching the other characters fail. Right, I liked watching Orlando Bloom getting punched in the face. that was satisfying.
Yeah, watching him
running away, crawling away on his belly. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down with this film.
Like broadly functional, I'd say.
Yeah, like I like
there are loads of the sets and everything.
Yeah.
There are loads of things that I would change in retrospect and stuff. I wasn't bored or anything like that, and I was totally invested. And the fight between Hector and Achilles genuinely was quite a legendary fight, I think. I love the way that Achilles is not tiring through the thing, but Hector, and he's fighting really well as well, but then he gets like sweaty and exhausted, and and with the original music it was so much more intense, and you get to the end of it and you're just like, oh no, I know this was going to happen, but because Hector had fought so well, you're like, come on man, you can do it, you know. And
he was always the underdog going into it.
Totally.
But the fact that Achilles just seems to be this machine that he doesn't tire, he doesn't get hurt, he's just able to keep going, and he never seems afraid. Like he's just in complete command of the fight.
His weakness is Paris.
Yeah. His baby bitch brother shoots him down like a cow.
Yeah,
that's
great.
In a way, that's even like really. He's not only killed by an archer, he's killed by fucking Paris.
Well, imagine boasting about killing Achilles and just going, how did you do it? Shot him. Oh.
See, I quite enjoyed the sword fight that Paris got into, because it kind of felt like the most believable out of all the fights, where he's just getting hammered by this guy who's way bigger than him. And you can imagine the fear of like, this guy's like buckling your shield that you're holding. He's like knocking it out of your hand.
You're like 23 years old or something, and this dude's in his 40s, and he's been a warrior his entire life, and he is hammering, and it felt great as well. It felt like it really closed in. And but I love the bit at the end where literally everyone's like, Paris, get up, you're embarrassing everyone. I just love that so much. Like, literally everyone.
Paris, stop, you're making Troy look bad in front of Troy. Stop.
No, but everyone everywhere is just like, Paris, this is cringe, get up.
Oh my god. What does she see in you? Like, really though?
Yeah, exactly, what does she see in you?
Is this what you left me for?
Again,
I might even up it to 800 ships, because I did enjoy
100 ships.
I know it's 100 extra ships, but it was better than most sort of films. Like the fact that the battles weren't boring is surprising, because normally like watching CGI, like think of the I had to watch Battle of the Five Armies the other day because I get my son to watch Lord of the Rings.
God.
Yeah, exactly, right. oh fuck me, I'm so not interested in watching CGI battles. That who gives a shit? I don't care. And so the fact that they turned them into like boss fights in the middle of the fight, I was invested in. That was cool. Watching Hector fight Ajax was awesome.
I think
They do just enough of the CGI to give you a real sense of the scale of the armies, but they don't overdo it. And so that, like you say, they know when to bring it in close for like the fights between main characters.
Yeah, I think the scale throughout is captured really well.
And
Troy feels like a really strong, huge city. It's like
And the CGI holds up well. I mean, this movie is 15 years old, something like that, and it still looks great. Can't really fault it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The sets are particularly impressive, especially inside of Troy. The Greek camp's all right, but yeah, the Troy bits, the temples and the stuff, pretty good.
Chad hated the
I
armor
liked
though.
it.
For more than just functionality.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I feel about the fight scenes. I think generally the combat I actually didn't really like because it was mostly just idiots getting hit with arrows and just falling over and just random. If I slash, then there's going to be a blurry guy in the foreground who just dies. I'm like, oh, I know it's happening, but
and everyone forgetting to raise their shields.
Yeah, it was okay.
The balls of fire were a little funny. I mean,
the fireballs. Yeah, glad I watched it though.
Alrighty, we did.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Everybody, say goodbye to the people at home.
Goodbye, everybody.
Go away now.
Drinker's got the best side off. Go away now.
Go away now.
All I have is farewell.
Mel, do yours.
Fuck off.
Yeah, there you go.
What'd you bring me?